Cambridge University Rugby Club for what promises to be a really interesting encounter. It's varsity again between two great institutions, education institutions, the Cambridge Pythons home game against the Oxford University Lancers. My name is Carl Walkinshaw and I'm so thrilled to be joined by the head coach of the NFL Academy, Coach Steve Hagan. Coach Steve, it's great to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful day. This is going to be fun. I did this last year at Oxford, so it's a pleasure to come back and do it here at Cambridge. I never got to see both these schools being from America, but they're beautiful. It's awesome.
They're a beautiful city, and obviously it's a great way to start the British Bank Holiday Monday, Spring Bank Holiday Monday, coming up very soon. But it's going to be high temperatures, isn't it? 24 degrees, moving up to about 27 degrees. You think that's going to impact the plays at all?
I like it this way. Who knows? I think they're in shape. It's hard to tell. I know it's not raining, so I'm good with that.
So last year, the Oxford University Lancers won this competition 48-0, but it's been a very different season for them this year, more of a rebuilding season. And the Cambridge Pythons have had a great season. They're coming up from Division 2 into Division 1, and so it promises to be a much more competitive game than we had last year.
Well, we hope so. It's fun to always see a competitive game like that. Coach Jelly, he's got a new. It sounds like he's got a new grip on this whole team. This is his first year here, so I think it'll be fun to watch him.
All right, great. Well, you've heard Coach Jelly, Coach Brian Jelly. We're going to bring him over now. Coach Jelly, can we bring you into the live stream? Coach is coming over. He's just had a hip replacement, so really great to see you, Coach. How you doing? Beautiful sunny day. What's happened to your hip here? How are you getting on?
Yeah, I'm good. I had a hip replacement on my left-hand side this time last week. I was probably in the recovery room, so.
Wow, you're an inspiration. You're an inspiration to us all. Yeah, well done being out here. And how's the season gone for you? Because you've had a really good season this year.
Yeah, we've had a great season, better than we could ever have hoped, to be honest. We won our division 4-2. It was a very tight division. ARU, our crosstown rivals, or Coventry could have easily picked us. So we were reliant on other teams helping us out, which they did, thank goodness. So the main aim of this year was obviously to get promotion, which we've now got. But also we went into the Northern Conference Cup, and we were able to. We played Sunderland. We were the number one seed, so we were at home, which was great. We beat Sunderland in the quarter-final. Coventry again, who we'd won one and lost one in the divisional games. We beat them quite convincingly in the semi-final, and then we hosted Lancaster 2 weeks ago, and we beat them. So Northern
you
Conference
celebrated
Cups.
With a hip surgery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
You're tough man.
Congratulations on such a great season. But this is varsity. You lost this game 48-0. I don't want to remind you of these bad memories.
Please don't.
But it was a bit of a blowout last year. But we're expecting something different this year, I think.
Yeah, we've changed quite a lot from last year. I'm the offensive coordinator because everybody else took a step back, and obviously because of my hip I couldn't. So I've taken that role on as well as head coach. But things have worked out well. So we're scoring points in games quite well. We've got some very good players. We've got a core team of players that are excellent. But all of our players have been committed this year, which is a change from, I would say, previous years. They all want to come to training, but success breeds success.
Absolutely. You got any scholarship athletes this year? Any Americans on the team, or anyone we should be looking at? When we're in the booth, having an eye on.
We've got a couple. We don't want to say too much with Oxford around.
Keep it close to your chest.
Exactly. But
they're listening in everywhere.
I'll just say you'll notice them when they play. So.
There you go.
All right, that's good. Great. Well, Coach Jelly, have a great game.
Thank you both.
We'll let you get back.
Thank you.
Take your time getting back. Coach Ian, we'll bring you into the live stream. We're going to bring head coach of the Oxford University Lancers over. Coach Ian.
Doing well.
Ian Hiscock is with me. Great to see you, Coach. How you doing? Beautiful day here. This is a away game for you, but great venue.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, they've redone Grange Road. We're used to it being kind of a bit of a dust bowl this time of the year. It's always a really, really hot day in Cambridge, and it's just kind of even better today. Nice blue skies. Obviously, the heat's an issue with the 4G. It kind of gets a little bit hotter next to the ground, so we'll all have sweaty feet by the end of it.
So you've had an interesting season. It's been more of a kind of rebuilding season, would you say, this year for Oxford?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been really lucky over the last few years to have a really strong team, some really good scholars coming through. Obviously this year, as happens, university sport is really cyclical. A lot of people graduated last year, so we've been kind of rebuilding. Been a bit of a slog of a season, but the core of the team stayed around. They've stayed in. We've had a lot of freshers come through that are getting better, really strong, and really hopeful foundation for next year.
This is always the way with the university, but it's the same with you with the NFL Academy with these turnovers. And how do you kind of cope with it as a coach in terms of those turnovers of students and getting everyone back up to speed so quick?
It's an interesting one at Oxford because we do get a lot of master students and PhDs, so we have a lot of people that maybe only join the team the second year or the third year, or they're only here for 1 year. So we kind of plan with who we have and who we know is coming back the next year, and we try to develop those guys knowing that they're going to be the core of the team going forward. But most of it comes down to kind of the coaching style and just making sure that everyone we have coming through is being told the same thing year after year, just to really kind of build up that systemic memory.
Yeah, brilliant. And who should we have our eye on in the booth? Is there any players that are real standouts for you that you think we need to keep an eye on them?
Oh, absolutely. So number 17, Izzy, he's an absolute firecracker of a running back. I think Coach Steve's already kind of probably said a few things about him. Really touchdown leader this year, racked up a lot of yards last year in his rookie season. Which is amazing considering how strong our backfield was last year. We've got Chase, quarterback. He's a guy first year this year, got quite an arm on him, can run the ball as well. Outside of that, our kicker and wide receiver Joey is definitely another one to keep an eye on. His number today, he's got his shirt rolled up, of course he has.
It's sunshine, so.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He just wants to look fly. But yeah, he's a real athletic guy, and in warm-ups was putting kicks over the posts from the 50. So keep an eye out for that.
That'll be awesome to see.
Coach, you remind me of me when somebody, but you did way better than I. Because if they ask me their jersey numbers, I'm like, I don't know, because we practice in different jersey numbers. They throw on the game jersey, and I'm like, whoa, that's your number. So. Yeah, good for you.
It's difficult to kind of keep it all front of brain, but yeah, absolutely keep an eye out. Joey, Izzy, Chase are probably your three main threats out there.
Coach, great to talk to you. We'll hopefully talk to you after the game. Good luck today, and we'll let you get on and do your job here. Go and do some coaching. Thanks very much, Coach Ian. Great to see you. Coach Steve, I love talking to you. Tell us a bit about NFL Academy season this year. You just go from strength to strength. It's quite incredible, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about all that, but we're glad that we're doing what we're doing. We keep getting a little bit better each year. We're recruiting better. We send I think 52 kids to America in the last 3 years that I've been here. So they're not all Division I, at the University of Tennessee or places like that. But we did send a tight end to Tennessee this year. So we're proud of the boys that have gone over there. This year, there's a possibility that Boston College may have our starting right tackle and left tackle over there. So we're doing the right thing. We're trending the right way. It's been fun. We're growing the game of football in this country and in Europe, giving a lot of kids an opportunity to lengthen their pathway to get to, hopefully, the NFL. The odds of getting there are tough, but it's better if you have a longer runway.
Well, you had that massive success story, didn't you, with Sadie Troyore, who's just been selected by the Miami Dolphins in the NFL draft. Like, that is a dream, including my dream when I was a kid playing American football all those years ago, and it's now happening. You're beginning to see it as they come through that. I know you weren't coaching him at the NFL Academy, but you know him pretty well.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I know him real well, but we've worked together. First time I officially met him in person was down at Mississippi State last summer when I took a few of our academy players down to Mississippi State. And it was just fun. He gave us a tour of the building. They got phenomenal facilities like every team in the SEC as well. But just to see Sadhu come along and do what he's been doing, it's just phenomenal. I didn't really watch the Dolphins. I'm a Dolphin fan now. Yeah. I'll be watching the Dolphins.
There's a lot. I think the UK just got a lot of Dolphins fans, absolutely, as well as Seattle fans, because obviously their DC is obviously coming from the London Warriors as well. So some great stories heading into the NFL. We're going to have to head upstairs. I'm sorry, Steve's been trying to take some bagpipe lessons here. If we can get some video of that, we'll show you later on. But
that is not an easy instrument to play. Oh my gosh, it's blowing and squeezing and fingering it. It's crazy. It's fun though. What an experience.
We got kickoff coming up at 1 p.m. We got national anthems going to be played soon. Referees are out. We're going to get set up in the booth. So we'll hand you over just to get some views of the sights and sounds here at Cambridge, and we'll see you in a minute in the booth.
Let's go.
Welcome everyone back to the booth here at the Cambridge University Rugby Club. We're getting ready for the kick-off between the Cambridge University Pythons and the Oxford University Lancers. I'm here with Coach Steve Hagan. Coach Steve, you enjoying the atmosphere?
Thank you for having me. This is so fun. I did this last year. This is a beautiful day, and I'm just excited to see these teams go after it.
Different game last year, wasn't it, where those Oxford University Lancers had some scholarship athletes that really sort of put on a show, didn't they, for certainly for the Oxford side, but it feels different this year.
Sounds like the script might be flipped.
Yeah, you never know.
We're going to see. I love hearing the bagpipes on the sidelines. That's super fun.
We'll have to get you some shots of the bagpipe player down there, Sebastian. And you were going good guns, I thought. You had the kind of bag under your arms, giving it a squeeze. You managed to get a note out of that thing.
Geesh, it makes you dizzy trying to do that.
It's hard work. In terms of the series history, the Varsity Bowl, Oxford lead the series 11-6, and there's been one tie. But Oxford have really dominated. In the last 5 meetings, they've won 4 of them. But this is for pride, and we know that Cambridge have had a really good season as the captains come out to the centre of the field, getting ready for the kickoff here. What's your take on it?
Well, I know Coach Jelly, talking to him on the sidelines, he is very proud of this team. They've come a long ways. You know, when you start a season like this, no one knows who's going to show up or how that's going to look when you put it all together, and he's done a great job putting this one together.
So you could probably hear the bagpipes. We'll get some shots of Sebastian. I don't know when he plays. Does he play throughout the game? You were talking to him. He says he's sort of just there to annoy the Oxford Lancers, really.
Yeah, I think he just plays when they score or get a first down or tackle somebody or anything like that.
It's a really great atmosphere. We spoke to Coach Brian Jelly and Coach Ian Hiscock before the game, and I think they were both a little bit not quite sure which direction it's going to go in. Both of these teams will be in Division 1 this season upcoming. Cambridge, obviously, they were in Division 2 and they've had a great season winning out, and I don't think they lost a game the whole season, and now going to move up to that Division 1. But moving up a division, that's a big deal, right?
That is a big deal. You know, they got, what they say here, relegated up.
They do.
That's exciting. All right, let's see who won this kickoff. It looks like Cambridge won the kickoff. They chose to receive.
All right, interesting. I think that's some confidence in your offense when you want to put them out first. A lot of teams, they defer, don't they, and get the defense out just to test the waters.
Yeah, I think they're pretty confident. Coach was telling me they average 30 points a game, so they like their quarterback. They trust their quarterback, so it'll be fun to see what's going to happen here.
Well, we've got all the sights and sounds here. Obviously, Varsity played up and down the country. Lots of teams, including my own, Nottingham Trent, were playing University of Nottingham recently. And then you have Varsity teams all over the country. But this is the big one. Varsity actually started here between Oxford and Cambridge back in the 1890s, Steve.
Wow. That's more than a minute ago. I can see they're getting excited on the sidelines.
Cambridge definitely getting excited. They were founded in 1986. And this last season just gone has been their most successful season. Won that Div 2 title, achieved promotion to Div 1, won all their playoff games. And they were named Division 2 Team of the Year. So a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence around this program.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see how it goes this game. I think this will be fun just because this is such a rivalry between these two schools. And sometimes when there's a rivalry like this, you just throw all the records out the window and you just go play ball and figure out who wants it more.
More of a rebuilding season for Oxford Lancers. The big story for them is that they survived Bucks Division 1 during that year. They only won the one game against UE, but that's, to stay up in the division when you've lost those scholarship athletes and they get a chance to rebuild. And we were speaking to the president, Hope Stewart, and we'll hopefully get an interview with him at half-time. They want to bring more Americans over. And what does that sort of do for the British American football sport?
Well, I think it helps. It just depends on if it's the right American or not, right? So it helps if they're a successful football player wherever they came from. They'll be a good student athlete wherever they're going to, whether it's Oxford or Cambridge. And I know Oxford had a couple boys last year that were really good football players, and that's probably tipped the scale for them. So we'll see what happens this year.
2 returners back for Cambridge. We've got Felix Warren back there along with colleagues, and we're getting ready to kick this one off. Our referees today, I'll just run through those. As always, supported by BAFRA. The referee is Dave Black. Umpire is Mark Ward. And then we've got Michael Helkvist, line judge Pete Tom, back judge Ian Smith, and they'll be officiating. Thanks to the British American Football Referees Association for that. As we get ready to kick this one off with Joseph Sanders ready to go for the Oxford Lancers. We are off in Varsity 2026. The ball is in the air. Picked up by Felix Warren at about the 2-yard line, making his way to his right-hand side. Finds a little bit of room and then he's out of bounds, but that's a nice return up to about the 33-yard line, Steve.
Yeah, that's a big, thick returner. That was kind of fun to watch that. They did a good job covering. That was a nice kick.
Good kick, good return, some good quality to start on special teams, and so we'll be seeing the Cambridge Pythons coming out. Key Cambridge players to watch is Gregory Mack, the speaking captain, and we'll keep an eye on Joseph Cooper, number 4, and Kay Asoon, number 8, as well on this Cambridge Pythons team. Big defensive tackle right there for the Oxford. Yeah. Nanemi Anamili, it's sort of in the middle of that defensive line.
Yeah,
Hard to miss.
I think we'd be running outside zone.
We'll see. So
get to the edge of the defense right here.
Cambridge coming out in a pistol formation with the running back lined up behind the quarterback. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Here we go. First play of Varsity from offense. Hand it off. And that's going to be short gain. That big defensive tackle gets an arm in there and then help arrives.
They still haven't blown a whistle. There we go.
Maybe a pickup of 3 there, Steve.
Maybe. The Oxford Lancers are in a 3-4. They're playing quarters defense, which is 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and then they'll play quarters with their coverage like that. That was a 3-by-1. So this is a 2-by-2. Coach Jelly said they're a spread offense, kind of made popular by Mike Leach.
Nice. Gregory Max, the quarterback for the Cambridge Pythons, number 0 there, and he's joined in the backfield by Charles Zibb, who's to his left-hand side. 2nd and 6. Mack drops back, pressure coming, gets it to Ibb, who will try and make a defender miss. Pick up of about 3.
They may have gave him a first down. I see that sideline judge on the other side.
It's very close to the sticks. This is nice, controlled football from Cambridge early.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. This isn't their first rodeo, like we say in America. Do they have rodeos in England?
I think we do, but you'd be struggling to find one. Probably at one of the theme parks you can get to see a rodeo. But. So it is a first down, Steve. You called it. So Cambridge moved the sticks on their first drive.
To me, when you're on the 50-yard line with the first down, take a shot.
Oh,
see what that secondary is all about.
Stretch that defense.
There you go.
That's what we need.
Make them stay back so then you can run the ball.
For those of you new to American football, if you're watching Varsity for the first time and you've just tuned in, we'll try and let you know what's happening. First down, so it's the first opportunity for Cambridge to get 10 yards against this Oxford Lancers defense, who are showing blitz. Mack in shotgun. Drops back. It's a rollout. He's going to follow his running back. He's looking for a deep pass, but now he's going to keep the ball to his right-hand side and picks up 11 for a first down, Cambridge. Lots of options on that play.
Yeah. When you get the quarterback on the edge of the field like that, that's a dangerous play for the defense. It extends the play. The receivers can get open. They got to come up and tackle him on the edge, or are they going to cover him? So if you can't play contain well on your side of the on that side of the defense, that's hard day. That's going to be a long day.
Long day for the offense, for the defense rather. Cambridge get another first down into the Lancers territory now.
They got formation into the boundary, 3 receivers into the boundary now, so that puts another strain on the Oxford defense.
Motion.
Big D tackle's not even going to put his hand in the ground.
That's going to be a run. It's Charles Ibb. He breaks the tackle and out of bounds. That's actually running there is Ajiki Adarararo, who made a really nice play there, and that's how you truck a defender.
Guys were ricocheting off him like that was crazy. He got his pads down, ran hard, kept leaning forward, and got himself, 8 yards?
So a couple of good runners we've seen already, Ajiki Adararo, and we've also seen Charles Ibb as well. So that is going to bring up a short second down, 2nd and 3 for the Pythons. Again, this is the second opportunity to make that 10 yards. And because there's 3 yards left of that original 10 yards to go, they're going to try and get that to get another fresh set of downs.
This quarterback does a good job of running the show. He's audibling right now. He sees what the defense presented and got him into a better play. They got a false start by the left tackle.
Yeah, well spotted.
That'll back him up another 5, and it'll be 2nd and 7.
Just a little flinch.
Yep.
As a coach, do those just drive you mad?
Oh, my gosh.
False start, offense, number 78. Remain 2nd down.
Oh. Yeah, when you're in position to convert that down right there and get yourself into a red zone position, and then one of our guys false starts like that, knocks us back into 2nd and 7. It's still manageable. It's just not what you want.
Doesn't matter how much you practice it, as offsides still happen, false starts still happen. Mack surveys the field. Lancers look like they've got some kind of cover 2 going on back there. Mack will look to his left-hand side. Now he's going to go to the sideline.
Overthrown. See, now we're into 3rd and 7, which is more unmanageable. So those penalties on first down can really throw you off. First or second down like that, throw you off. They just throw you off pace.
Trying to get the ball to Joseph He on that, but incomplete. And as Steve says, 3rd and 7. Mack looks like he's got a decent arm.
Yeah. I think that was, I'm not sure if the angle of the receiver was on point or the ball was overthrown. But they did not connect the dots, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Charles Eve in the backfield to Mack's left-hand side. You would expect something to the air. 2 receivers top, 2 receivers bottom. Lancers bring 1 linebacker. There is a handoff to Eve, and that linebacker is going to get there. And
They're
then
playing
the
it safe.
cavalry arrives. They are playing it safe. Interesting call on 3rd down. Do you think it's too early to go for it on 4th?
Honestly, I don't know the Oxford's offense that well, but I'd go for it.
Yeah, you're into...
Trust your defense. You've gotten this far with your defense, and trust your defense. Go for it on 4th down. Make something happen.
Yeah.
If not, play great defense.
Not much point punting from here. They're on the 35-yard line into Lancers territory. They are keeping the offense out there. Receivers checking the risk coaches. Mack's going to come out. So 4th and 5. Here we go. Rolling the dice early on.
Yeah, they have them stretched out. They got a 2-by-2 formation. They did the same thing. They broke contain. They were going to run speed option to the left. He gets the first down.
Mack makes it look easy as he gets beyond the sticks, bringing up a fresh set on 1st down. It's that 11th guy, the quarterback's the one you don't account for on defense. It's so tough, isn't it, when you get a good quarterback who's an athlete?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a tendency for them or not, but he is an athlete, so you got to keep your edges of your defense sound. And what they did was they stretched the field in a 2-by-2, and then they ran to the field, so that outside linebacker's in a assignment conflict.
Head coach Brian Jelly is going to be pleased so far with his offense's performance. Slow and steady, I would call it, as they get their way down to the 27-yard line now of the Lancers, with trips to the bottom. 1 back in. Mack will roll to his right and come back to his left-hand side. Receiver looks like he fell over there. He wants a flag, but the referee's having none of it.
He said it's uncatchable.
Yeah, uncatchable. What does that mean,
Well,
Steve?
it just wasn't even on time, on target for that. You know, he had him on a post route, but they got into, a little push and match over there. I guess he could have called defensive holding if he wanted to. The referee could have, but the ball was so far overthrown, it just wasn't logical for the referee to make that call. But there's a shot on 1st down, right? So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Sending in the sideline calls. So Cambridge now with 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass.
I'll tell you what, the secondary, they're only 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. When I see stuff like this as a coach,
blitz comes.
They throw a now screen.
Gets it to the flat. Ronnie's got space, cuts to his left-hand side, touchdown. That one's going straight into the end zone.
So going for it on 4th and 4 paid off.
Definitely did. Cambridge Pythons on their opening drive take a 6-0 lead. Touchdown was a quick screen pass to their tight end. And it was Kay Asoon, who's the receiver there on your screen, who had the quick feet and Oxford University Lancers, they couldn't get anything, couldn't get even to touch him on that.
We call that a now screen, where the receiver just basically takes a step back, and we'll throw him the ball based on coverage alignment. So when that corner's back over there, just throw him a now. Give him the ball right now. Let him see what he can do, and he did a great job getting it in the end zone.
I like it.
It is 7-0.
Kay Assoon scores on the now screen. You're learning, folks. I'm learning every time I speak to Steve. I learned something new. The now screen scores for Cambridge, and Oxford going to have to come out and try and match it. Haven't got those star athletes that they had last year when you were commentating. So we'll see what sort of talent they've got. It'll be homegrown for this team this year.
Yeah, it's they're going to have to do something different in the coverage, or else they're going to get that play all day, because that's part of the Cambridge offense. They have that built into their offensive scheme. If they see it, they can throw it.
So we've got two returners back for Oxford. Shigawakar is back there, plays running back and defensive back. And he'll be joined by more Lancers back there. And we'll see whether they can get a decent return here as the ball falls off the tee. No wind here today, so why is that happening?
A beautiful day. I did not get to see this kicker in pregame, so I don't know where this ball's going to go, but I see they got two dangerous guys back there returning, so this will be interesting.
Elias Becker will kick it off as a short kick, which is going to bounce at the 15. Picked up and looking for space. It is Israel Ajayi. Watch out, he's a danger man. He gets it out to the 27. Decent coverage in the end.
That's a violent run. He knocked that. I can't get that number because of the jersey color, but boy, that was a violent run.
Yeah, that was Israel Ajayi, who was a rookie last year and put on a bit of a show at the varsity, you'll remember. And they call him Izzy, and a hell of a runner he is, a hell of an athlete, and he's been one of their top stars.
Izzy ran right through that tackler like he wasn't even there.
He did indeed. 1st and 10 then from the 27 for the Oxford Lancers. They're going to start their offensive account with some okay field position, trying to get that 10 yards they need to retain the ball.
They're trying to get their secondary lined up. They're slightly misaligned right now.
Chase Fellows is in the backfield as the quarterback. This is handoff to Israel Ajayi again, and he won't get much there. Good defending on the edge. They're trying that jet sweep.
That's right. They tried that, but when you have a 3-4 defense like Cambridge is playing right now, the edges of the defense are sound. And so it's hard to get that ball outside if they do it properly.
Is that because you're bringing up that additional linebacker on the edge, or how does it work?
Yeah, you have your 3 down linemen, and then you have 2 stand-up outside linebackers. And those backers are for contain, to keep everything inside and in front. When they motion a guy or shift a guy like this, they're in empty now, and now they're bringing him back to the backfield.
Fellows will drop and go to the edge. Nothing there. Trying to get the ball to Knox Watson, but incomplete over his head. Second and third down.
Third,
yeah, so we had a no gain, then an incompletion, so it brings up 3rd and 10 already. So Oxford Lancers in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, I would say they are in big trouble right now because they haven't been able to complete passes consistently well. And they tried to get the edge of the defense. The defense held up. They hold up here. It's going to force a punt, and Coach Jelly's going to have his team in good field position.
So what can Patrick McAleer, the offensive coordinator for the Lancers, dial up here early on 3rd and 10?
Well, they're in empty, so let's see. He brought them back to the backfield. They went speed option too.
Fellows is going to pitch it to his running back, and they'll pick up the 1st down more. It's Genesis and
Turned it over.
Well, ball came out. Pythons have it, and just Lancers looked like they were going to have a great play, and suddenly all went very wrong.
That's right. So they ran speed option to the field, similar to what Cambridge did, but Cambridge stripped the ball out and got the ball here now at the plus 40-yard line going in. It's a whole different ball game if they go up 2 scores early like this.
During the play, fumble recovered by Cambridge. 1st down.
So Cambridge caused the fumble, ripped out of Genesis's hands, and that's going to be great field position for them on their 2nd offensive drive. They start on the Lancers 42.
Yeah, they're already putting pressure on them. You put too much pressure on a defense like this and they'll break.
Mack sends his man in motion. Now we'll go back to that motion man and throwing over the top. Alex Maynard was the intended receiver. Just set him in motion, then tried to get him deep, but good coverage.
Very good coverage. Knox Watson, safety. Oxford, great job.
So Knox Watson plays wide receiver and defensive back for the Oxford Lancers, and yeah, as you say, did a nice job in coverage there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Lancers really need to stop here.
I see everybody looking at their wristbands on both sides of the ball. They have the secondary looking at their wristbands. They have the receivers on the Cambridge side looking at their wristbands. We got 2 well-coached football teams here.
Absolutely beautiful here, and well-coached teams. As Lancers threatening blitz, and they do send it. It's a handoff. Patient running, and he's going to get very close to the yard marker again.
Yeah, we got a flag over here. Probably unnecessary roughness or some personal foul on the Oxford team, so that'll just tack on more yardage and put more pressure on them.
It's Ikechukwu Charles Ibb, who's on the run again, number 34. For the Cambridge Pythons. Had a couple of nice runs up the middle, but we'll see what the penalty's for.
We're going to find out as soon as the referee's sorted out.
Looks like the referee's signalling first down, but you can never be sure just from watching the signal. So we're going to hear from Dave Black.
After play was over, unsportsmanlike contact, number 68 of the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down.
Wow, that is punitive right there, because he ran for 10, had another 15. Now you're on the goal line.
That's another one of those frustrating penalties. That's Harry Collins who gets called, playing defensive line and offensive line. Oftentimes the teams will play both ways. Difficult to find big linemen in the British American football game sometimes. So obviously coming on playing some defense, but sets his team back there.
He probably was getting held back here, or thought he was getting held, and so
that's always the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the second guy that gets called.
That's right.
1st and 10 then inside the red zone for the Pythons at the 18-yard line, looking to go in for their 2nd score. Mack drops back lots of time. He will throw to the end zone over the top of his intended receiver, Alex Maynard.
Yep, that'll pick 2nd and 10 on about the 18-yard line going in. This is what we call the red zone. So as a coach, you develop your red zone package or set of plays based on what you feel can get that ball in the end zone the most efficiently from here, because sometimes you only get 3 plays and then you're forced to kick a field goal because you're not going to punt from here. Or you could go for it on 4th down. It just depends on game type situation, but they took a shot. They didn't get it. They may run it here. They've been running efficiently, so let's see what goes on.
They got a tight end in on the left-hand side of the offensive line. As Mack with 1 running back in, 2 receivers to the bottom. He'll drop again. Blitz is coming, picked up well. This will go over the middle and caught for a gain of about 6. So nice controlled football.
Yep, looked like a little shallow cross. They do a semi-roll with their quarterback just to kind of move the pocket, move the launch point just enough to where he can hold the ball a little bit longer, let his receivers get open, and then he hits them on a shallow cross. It's still 3rd and 4. So this is getting to be one of those, are we going to get this? Are we going to go for it on 4th down? This is where the head coach, who is also the offensive coordinator, can say, you know what, we're going for it on 4th down here. It wouldn't surprise me if they do.
Let's see how it plays out.
If they get a sack, what are you going to do?
Exactly. Brian Jelly will have some thinking to do. Mack back, he'll hand it off to Charles Zibb, who will get the 1st down and a yard more. So good play call in there.
Looks like they're on about the 6-yard line going in, right hash. So now you got a big field to defend over here.
Nice and safe, not doing anything silly, not trying to get it all. This is what the Pythons, presumably, they've been doing this all season long. This is how they've been beating teams, just with some nice controlled offensive play and some good running when it counts.
They're no huddle, but they're not like hurry up pace no huddle. They're, the receivers don't go join the huddle. They all have a wristband. The O-line and the quarterback and running back are in the huddle. Again, they have formation into the boundary with one receiver out to the big field.
So a single at the top. 3 tight receivers. Mac from the 6-yard line on first down. Another false start for the Pythons.
That's good. That's good for the Oxford. They need a little help right now. When I see a front like this, when I see our the Cambridge offense lined up like that, they could go speed option to the field like they did on 3rd and 4. Big play. The guy could walk in.
Right at the snap. False start. Number 71 in the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Oliver Buckley called on the penalty, pushes them back just outside the 10-yard line now. 11 yards to go. Have to get a touchdown here.
What do you think? Throw a now screen into the boundary again?
I love that now screen. Now I've learned it. That's all I'll be seeing.
They're bringing their linebacker right through the A-gap.
Mac dropping, but there's some good pressure. And sack goes in. Seth Washington, the linebacker, gets there for the Lancers. And just you were saying, what do you do if you get a sack? Well, it's come to pass. Now Brian Jetley's got to think about it.
2nd and goal on the, what do we have, 16-yard line or so?
Yeah, remember they were at the 6-yard line, so push back on those last 2 downs. One through a penalty, one through a sack.
Oxford's keeping it fun.
Absolutely. Nice play there on the edge from the defensive end, wasn't it? Just to contain, because Mac wanted to roll out to his left. Defensive lineman right there, and that allowed Washington to come in and make the sack.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Just, when you contain the ball, or the ball carrier in this case, it forces them back into your pursuit. They brought their will linebacker through the A-gap, and the quarterback had to turn right back into him. And didn't work out too well for him.
That's not what you want to do.
2nd and 17. 2nd and goal on the 17, I should say.
Lining up with trips to that short side of the field again. Lancers will send 5, and a corner off the edge, picked up well but incomplete. A little bit of pressure, trying to get the ball that time to Joseph He.
3rd and goal, what do you want to throw here?
You just go, do you play it safe and trust your kicker, or do you, the Lancers put up 48 points on them last year. They want they want to pay them right back, don't they?
Think of this, though. If you make your field goal, and you got to know your field goal kicker, he should be able to make it from here. You go up 2 scores early in a game. That puts pressure on Oxford. Now, whether they can convert this, if I, as a play caller, if I got half of the distance here, I'd go for it on 4th down, me personally. Because then if we don't get it, we got them backed up. We'll play good defense.
Hey, I'm deferring to you, Coach, with all your experience. That sounds like a plan to me.
See how much foresight you got to have in all this stuff. And you got to know your personnel. It's all situational management, right?
Single receiver matched up to the bottom, but Mac will go to the top and looking to get it to his receiver, but over the top of his head. Alex Maynard just too tall for him.
They're going to choose to kick it. This will be interesting. We haven't seen this one yet.
So where are we lined up? At the 20, what is it, the 18-yard line?
It's going to be about a 28-yard field goal.
Yeah, so definitely doable.
If they can protect it well.
Yeah, we saw a PAT blocked last year at VARSITY by Cambridge. But different set of teams.
It'd be fun to see a block.
That would be fun.
If you're an Oxford fan.
Yeah, if you're an Oxford fan. Snap is down, kick is up, looks good from here. We'll get the signal, and it is good.
There you go.
The Cambridge Pythons get 28-yard field goal, and its score update is 10-0 to Cambridge.
Up by 2 scores. That's right. They're up by 2 scores. 2 scores means 2 drives or 2, ultimate opportunities to score. So Oxford better figure this out because they've been on offense 3 plays, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And so they'll be fresh, but with not a lot of kind of action under their belt. So
why do you smile when you say fresh?
Well, defenses will need to keep fresh. I think offenses just want to be on the field, don't they?
Yeah, offense just grinds it down the field, and the defense has got to get them off the field in 3, and that's what Cambridge did well. So we'll see what happens. They still have their good returners back there. I think I would move my returners up based on that last kick, though.
Yeah,
get the ball in their hands earlier so they can go.
Yeah, field position so important in this game, as it is in any game. We've got Tony Ogbemudia, who's back for the Lancers, along with danger man Israel Ajayi.
You think they'll kick it to Izzy again?
Well,
we're going to find out. They
I'm
just
not that
did.
smart, but yeah, they have done. So it is going to go. Izzy will pick it up at his own 10-yard line, looking for some, makes a cut, makes a second cut, comes inside, and boom, gets met there. That's a nice stand-up tackle from Tom Petty.
Yeah, Tom Petty was standing right there. He was like, not today, Iz.
Yeah, you can quote some Tom
Israel
Petty
made
songs
the first
now. That's
2
what
guys.
we need.
He said the waiting's the hardest part. He waited to hit that kid. That was good.
He did.
Really good.
Kept in his lane. Israel cut back inside, and there's the hit.
Yeah.
The end of the first quarter.
So that's gone quick, Steve. 12-minute quarters here, and let's give you that score update at the end of Q1. It is currently the Cambridge University Pythons on top of the Oxford University Lancers, 10-0. Your reflections on Q1, Steve?
Well, I believe that Oxford needs to figure this out really quick, because they have got to move the ball. And at this point, it's not about, do we need to run it? Do we need to pass it? We got to figure out the strategy to make this ball go down the field. So get the ball to the best weapon you can. Get it protected up if you got to throw it. Whatever it takes to win, and you got to figure this out quickly. So I'm sure we'll see some kind of wrinkle coming up here. I don't know if it's going to be a trick pass or something. They're going to have to do something.
Great to hear the sounds of the bagpipes. Great to hear it when Seb's playing it rather than yourself, Steve, I have to say. But it was good to hear those sounds.
Hater. Hey, the bagpipes are, I have never played the bagpipes, and that is the craziest instrument. It's counterintuitive because you think you're playing like a flute, because you got a flute in one hand and you got a bag underneath your other hand and you're blowing into it. Everything's going on. That was amazing. Seb, what a great guy, too, to let me even do that.
We'll see if we can get a shot of Seb on the sideline at some point from our camera crew here at Cheers Mate Productions. Thanks to them for covering the game today. It's first down for the Lancers at the beginning of Q2. Plenty of time left for them to pull back this score. Only 2 scores down, so they need 1 to get back in it.
Just close it up before halftime. Get 1. Get 1. Let's get a first down. Work
Absolutely.
on that.
Lots of alumni here. I was lucky enough to speak to some old students I used to coach that went on to, much smarter than me, and went on to Oxford to kind of play here. And really good to see all the support for both the teams. Empty set now for the Lancers as they hand it off to Adai, who will get wrapped up again. Some great play on the edge.
See, once again, they played contain. He tried to bounce it a little bit and then slash it back. By then, it's too late. Everybody's, pursuing from the backside. So I can see the Cambridge boys on this side already taunting the Oxford team. So we'll see what happens as this game goes on.
That's what it's all about, as the old Blues Bowl trophy from early 90s. This is what they're playing for.
Still gained 3-4 yards. So, they're in decent shape. If they can get half of this, then it's third and manageable.
Empty set for Chase Fellows. So plenty of targets. Got a tight end and 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. He sends Nsenge in motion and will get a completion over the middle. That's a good catch from Owen Morris, the tight end.
3rd and 1. Now the offensive play caller's got whatever he wants to call.
Yeah, you would expect they'll be able to get the yard they need. So
you would hope.
You can go deep on here and come back to it?
If they don't get this, it's definitely punting. They're not going for it on 4th down here, but they could do a fake punt. I don't know if they have that in their bag of tricks or not, but
I think in varsity, everything counts, doesn't it? You just get a bigger bag of tricks, don't you, for varsity? You just put everything out there.
You gotta think of everything when you're standing on the sidelines as a coach. You're always thinking a couple plays ahead to to make sure this quarterback keeps and he gets sacked.
And Sengi goes in motion, and Fellows tries to go around the edge, but that's another great edge play, and it's James Wise. Cambridge are wise to that rollout.
No doubt, no doubt. This is rollout, blowout maybe. I hope it's not a blowout. I'd love for it to be competitive, but they definitely got a punt here, which is going to allow Cambridge to get great field position.
Yeah, so they had the right idea trying to get Fellows into space, but that defense has been tough, especially on the edges. They've had some success running up the middle, but they've really had nothing on the edge, as you say, Steve.
Yeah,
Python's
Chase
really
Fellows,
well.
their punter, is in here, and he's counting, making sure everybody that he needs is out there. They got an extra guy. He's going to run off the field right now.
Yeah, Fellows, the punter and the quarterback. So if you want to run a fake, he's the guy to do it with. But I think at this point in the game, he'll probably be back there with his punting skills, which he is.
Ooh.
And that's a real high one. It will bounce at the 43.
You got a great bounce out of that thing.
No return. So short kick gets a good bounce, as you say. And the Pythons will take over for their first possession of Q2 from the 22.
Can they go 73 yards and score a touchdown? Yes, I think they can.
Certainly seen it already.
Haven't completed too many passes, though.
True, this seems to be throwing it a little bit high, does Mac,
Yeah.
at the moment.
Oxford's pass defense has done well. See what's going on here. We got the big nose guard back in.
One turnover on the play. That went to the way of the Pythons, but the Lancers defense could really do with their own turnover.
We always talk about there are 3 T's. Really, there's four T's that I'm really concerned with of all the stats. It's touchdowns, turnovers, tackling, and third downs. When you can manage those 4 T's in a game, you're going to have great stats and you're going to have a great opportunity to win the game.
Flag down.
Yeah.
Mac maybe with a free play.
Pick.
Intercepted!
Could be a
And this
pick
is down the
six.
right-hand sideline. It will make the tackle. That's a great play, but we'll have to check the flag. Ogbamudia is on the interception.
I think it was a false start on Cambridge.
Let's see. If that's the case, then the defensive interception should stand. But they didn't stop the play, did they, Steve? So
No.
maybe it was a free play, and maybe that's because it was the Lancers that were offside.
We're going to find out.
On the play, legal formation, 12 men on defense.
Oh.
5-yard penalty.
How unfortunate is that?
You don't hear that a lot, do you? Illegal formation, you're thinking, oh, it must be offense. And then
Too many men on the field.
12 men on the field.
Oh, my goodness. How inopportune is that? That could have changed the game so quickly because they would have had the possession right there, 15-yard line going in.
Coach Hiscock not going to be happy about that one.
No, I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he's
We're just having a look on the replay. It doesn't seem like any players were actually trying to get off the field, so I just think they miscounted and just went with it.
yeah, I don't know. I wasn't counting the defenders. They tried to cheat without anybody seeing it.
So Pythons get away with one. They're going to retain the ball and get a 5-yard penalty. So 1st and 5 now from the 32. Everything going
Another drop back
Cambridge
pass.
way
Oh,
as Mac will launch it. Good coverage, incomplete, no flags. The coverage was from Charles London. Did enough.
that ball hung up there for a long time. It allowed the defender to recover. Those balls, when you're throwing 4 vertical like that, those balls should be in the receiver's hands, especially in the seam like that. They should be in the receiver's hands by 18, 20 yards down the field. That was hanging in the air for about 35, 40 yards, and so it allowed the defender to come back and break it up.
Intended receiver was Monty Burton. And Monty Burton's brother, Charles Burton, plays for the Oxford University
Isn't that
Lancers. We heard.
crazy? Who do you think his parents are rooting for right now?
Tough.
It's fun, though. That's what makes this sport fun, too. 2nd and 5.
Here we go, a handoff this time, and that's some good defense. Initial contact made at the line of scrimmage, and then the Lancers arrive. Initial contact looked to come from Olafini.
Yeah, they still, honestly, they still didn't even get him down. The referees were blowing the whistle. They had him locked up and stopped, but they didn't get him down.
He's a big guy, isn't he, number 34, that runner, that Charles Ibb.
Very big. Okay, here we go. Here's another situation. It's 3rd and 5. Are you going to go for it here if we get into a 4th down situation? Or what are you going to do?
Me, I'm going to play it safe, put my defense out. So we'll play for something conservative here,
So
Steve. I'm a defensive coordinator. I'll get the defense
You're going
out
to leave Vegas with money in your pocket.
Hopefully.
All right.
I should be asking you these questions. You're asking me.
I'll tell you what, if we get
coaching
half, we're
questions.
going for it against this defense.
3rd and 5, Mac will hand
That's
it
a
off.
first down, probably.
And driving close. I don't think he's got it, Steve.
They may
It's
have to
gonna
drag
be
the sticks
short.
out and measure this one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really close.
Well, that referee down here on our sideline's walking in kind of crooked. The other guy on the top hasn't moved an inch. So we're going to find out. Oh, my, they put it back. It's 4th and a full 1.
All right. Well, here is the call, coach.
Hard count.
Yeah, definitely. Hard count. Try and draw them off. And if you don't get it, then what do you do?
Think how many situations we're faced with in a football game. So we, at the academy, on Fridays in the off season, we call it Fun Friday. Yesterday we played baseball.
Nice.
Baseball's not the national sport in England or Germany or any of these European countries. So my boys were like, rules, coach, there's so many rules to baseball. There are to football too.
We'll come back to that. Mac on 4th down. They are going to go for it. He'll roll. Running out of time. Can he find the edge? He stretches for the 1st down. Got it.
He got it, and he got smoked on the sidelines too. I thought they were going to call a late hit or something. The quarterback fumbled the snap, bobbled the snap, ran out to his left, broke contain, ran down the sidelines, reached the ball out, gets the 1st down.
Got punished.
Incredible. He did
for
get
doing
punished.
So.
Yes, he did.
Sometimes you got to put your body on the line for varsity.
All the time you put your body on the line for varsity. Anytime you get in between those white lines and you're playing football, you're putting your body on the line, which makes it fun, by the way.
Sure does. We love the contact.
Yeah, I ask my players, when I'm recruiting them, they're from all over. We have boys from 19 different countries that are represented on our team at the academy. Why do you like football, American football? And they're like, I love the contact.
That's what you need. Mac drops back under all sorts of pressure. Going to go down. There's a sack. Got the 2nd one. That's a really nice play from Charles Burton. So the other brother gets involved. This time it's the Burton brother from the University Lancers, and he gets the sack. Down goes Mac.
That's fun to see a sack like that. Sacks are not easy to get. So, you know what? It feels like it's starting to even up a little bit. Oxford's playing a little bit better defense, putting a little more pressure on the Cambridge offense. So they're going to get them into a punting situation here.
Yeah, penalties have hurt them, and incomplete passes have hurt Pythons on the beginning of this Q2.
Missed opportunities on interceptions. That doesn't help either.
2nd and 17 then for the Pythons. Lancers will come with a blitz straight up the middle.
They
and Mac's
played
under
contain.
pressure.
Oh, my.
He drilled it over the middle, picked off. This is on the return, and it's Knox Watson who will get tackled at the 34. So big play from the defense.
Wow. They hit that quarterback hard, flipped his heels over his head, and turned it over. Now it's Oxford's ball going in. This is what's so dynamic about this sport. And you got to be a full-grown man to take a hit like this. Boom.
Yeah, the hit came in from Seth Washington again. And then there's the pick. Down the sideline goes Knox Watson.
Great return. Gives them a lot of momentum. Let's see what Oxford offense can do.
So, big turnover for the Lancers.
We got to get a score for the Lancers to just keep this competitive.
Well, defense are going to expect it now, right? Whenever the defenders, they get that turnover, they're going to want their offense to capitalize on it. That's the whole point.
Or the defense will just say, you know what, we'll score.
We'll do it
We'll just
ourselves.
take it over. That's how you feel when you're the D coordinator.
Exactly. All right, so got some life from the Lancers here midway through Q2 in this varsity matchup. If you're just joining us, thank you for being here. This is Varsity Bowl 19 between these two teams.
That's great that this has been going on for 19 years. This is so fun. these coaches work hard. You know, they get out here and build these teams, and they're with them. And honestly, the weather out here in England,
Fellows will try and get it off, but under intense pressure, and it goes incomplete. It was lucky, really, on that play.
That defensive end, outside linebacker, came off there untouched and hit that quarterback as hard as he could hit him. That's impressive. That quarterback could stand in there and make that throw at all.
Charles London on the pressure of Fellows, and he hasn't had a lot of breathing space at all. Lance's defense playing well, but Python's really playing well also.
They are. Both defenses actually are playing well. It's unfortunate when they threw that screen and the guy ran 35 yards for a touchdown, but right now, both defenses have shored themselves up. And
motion over the middle, caught with some space, breaks the first tackle, and that should be a first down. That one's gone to Owen Morris, the tight end. Is that another, what you call the drag route? Are they hitting that again?
Yeah, I think it was just a stop route. I think he just ran up and kind of like a Y option, just void in the space and sit down. I'll have to look at the replay, but that's what it looked like to me just off the top of my head. They are on the 25-yard line going in now, so this is taking a shot right here.
Nice feet to avoid that first tackle.
Very nice. The safety's depth, they're only 9 yards from the ball. So if you can run by these guys and throw, like to me, you get double post going here versus a quarters defense.
Nsenga in motion and takes the ball, but the Pythons, they may as well have been in a huddle that time. They may as well way back.
No doubt. Now it's just a completely different situation. You're in, second and 15, 16, whatever it is. So you got to work. We do a drill like this when we're up at the academy. We have a drill where it'll be 2nd and 10, get as many yards as you can on 2nd and 10 and win the third down, whatever the third down comes about. So it trains my coordinators to be able to make calls off schedule. So we just put the ball, we'll start it at 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 7 sometimes, and we just play those 2 downs and see who can win. The offense wins more, the defense does up downs. If the defense wins more, offense does up downs.
Nice. We'll come with so much
That's
going on this
offsides
play.
on the defense.
It looks like
that'll get them back to 2nd and 10 at least.
Looked like the defense encroached on that one. If you're a coach and you're listening to this, so much wisdom in this man. To me, on my right-hand side, Steve Hagan. I'll be making notes if I were you.
Offside, unabated. That's 5-yard penalty. 10-second down.
So offside, unabated to the quarterback. That'll march the Lancers forward back to 2nd and 9, as you called it, Steve.
It's great to see a crowd out here. It's a beautiful day in Cambridge, and there's a lot of people out here rooting their teammates on, or their classmates, I guess it would be, and their sons out here playing ball. So this is super fun to see this.
Same motion from Nsenga. This time, Fellows will drop, rolls a little to his right to the sideline. Nice catch on the sideline, out of bounds for Knox Watson. Small pickup.
Very nice. It'll be 3rd and manageable. It's 3rd and 5. He ran a wheel whip, so they had a wheel down the sidelines with the number 1 receiver running a whip route. So if the wheel isn't open, the whip can come open late underneath him, and then the quarterback finds him because they're both kind of in the same reception area for his eyes. He doesn't have to look all over the field. He can just go touchdown, check down.
Great analysis from Coach, and that's going to bring up, like you say, a manageable 3rd down. So Chase, when he gets a little bit of time, he can show those short passes, he can complete them.
He finds them. I'm going for it here. If we get half of this, I'm going for it. If we don't get any of it, I'm going for it. If we lose 5 yards, we may have to kick a field goal.
3 timeouts remaining.
All right, so you heard it. We got 2 minutes to go in this first half with the score 10 to the Cambridge University Pythons. Nothing to the Oxford University Lancers, but they are driving with a chance to put something on the board before the end of this half. But 2 minutes to go. Does that change your thinking?
Sense of urgency?
Absolutely.
Well, not so much now if I'm on offense. 2 minutes and we're on the what, plus 20-yard line, something like that. So more importantly right now, this is a what's important now situation. We got to get a first down. It's more time than it is distance. We have a short field. We got enough time. Let's see what we can do. Let them deal with the rest of it. Let's, I'm not talking about using up the clock and don't let them have any more clock when we got to kick it off. Let's figure out how to score points and only be down by 3 if we go into the locker room down, 13-0 right now, right?
10-0.
No, 10-0, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yep.
just the 2 scores,
Yep.
and one of them was a field goal. So, can the Lancers do something? Fellows has made some short passes, but the Pythons' defense, they've shown they can come up with big plays. Last thing the Lancers want here is a turnover. Commentator's curse, shouldn't have said anything, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, they're in empty, so it's either quarterback run or, they're bringing their back to the backfield on the fly sweep.
And Senga again in motion.
No, that's
read all the way, beautifully read by Gregory Mack, who's also playing some defense out there. So that's the quarterback who's making a tackle on defense for the Pythons.
How do you like that? I love this, that guys get to play both ways and play all over the field and play multiple positions and just learn this game, just enjoy this game. Not everybody can play this game forever.
Joseph Sanders was the guy that got the reception, but went absolutely nowhere as Mack was all over it. Brings up that 4th down, and they're going to bring out the kicker.
Yeah, he can hit it. He was hitting these. He was making these in pregame, so he can make this one too.
So it's Sanders who just took the hit from Mack, coming out and have to compose himself for this kick. Low snap, and that's going to go nowhere. Pythons all over it. Down goes the holder. Just did well, really, did Genesis and Senga to hold on to the ball.
There's a lot of bad things in this whole on this whole play. Bad snap. Barely got the hold. Then they get tackled, and not only get tackled here, they get tackled for about a 17-yard loss, so it changes the whole field position for Cambridge. Now Cambridge can go into their 2-minute and put some pressure on and go up, crazy. They'll go up 3 scores if they score here.
So the Oxford University Lancers can't take advantage of the interception. Defense gave them great field position, but on 4th down, as Steve gave you that great analysis, they cannot convert on the kick. We didn't even get a chance to see the boot of Joseph Sanders because, of course, you've got to get the hold down and the snap down.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into a kick. It's not just that easy. He can make that 25, 28-yard kick, whatever. There's a lot more to it than that.
Back come the Pythons, 10-0, under 2 minutes to go.
Think
Lancers,
they'll play conservative, or you think they're going to go attack the goal line? There's a now.
Now screen, Steve calls it.
Boom.
6-yard pickup.
Clock stops, out of bounds, 2nd and 5.
Charles London.
A lot of coaches will do that. They'll throw a screen to start their 2-minute drill off just because they want to get the quarterback some confidence. And they just want to see if we can we move this ball? If we can move this ball, let's go. Attack, attack, attack. If they can't, then they'll be like, okay, maybe we just take a knee. We're 60 yards out. We're up 2 scores, whatever. To me, I'd take a shot here. We get a 1st down, I'm definitely taking a shot right here.
2 receivers to top, 2 receivers to the bottom, a tight end in, and a single back. Mack rolls to his right-hand side, looking to go long. Ball is up. Oh, defender fell down at the 40-yard line. That was Tamateo Samuel who fell down. But the receiver looked like he had a chance at the reception.
Yeah, I don't know. The ball was thrown out of bounds, so we'll see. Hopefully he's not hurt too bad. He got twisted on that route.
Yeah, you see it on the replay there. Ball was up there for a long time. Looked like those feet got a little bit tangled, trying to get the ball to toe. Tabora Yerafor for the Pythons, but incomplete. Player still down.
Now it's 3rd and 5. See, this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to have to punt in 2 minutes. You want to just, let's do this right, I'll tell my guys, this is the situation. Here it is, because sometimes they get so involved in the game that they forget what situation is, the total big picture of the game. And so we all have to be situational masters as a coach.
So that changes you thinking that incomplete pass, and now you're just going to run that clock.
You may.
They have
You
that.
definitely got to get a first down because you don't want to be punting your way out of this, because to me, I'm going to bring it and try and block your punt because I need to get a score before half. You think about it's not only scoring, but it's possessions. You only get about 6 possessions per half. And so out of those 6, you're going to have to score 3 times. 50% of the time you get the ball, you're going to have to score. That's why it's such a team sport. It's such a thinking sport. You got to process all this. Your options get very limited when you're in these positions where we only have these many possessions. So are we going to onside it? Are we going to try and block a punt to get another possession? So we'll see.
Just watching some of the replays early on. This was the now screen legendary call from Steve to give us the insight into that first score from Kay Asoon for the Pythons to take it in. That player that got injured on that play has now been helped off the field. Thanks ever so much to our medical staff for helping out here. They do such a tremendous job in looking after everyone here, not just players but coaches and spectators as well. Always got an eye on everything going on. Thank you to our sponsors as well. We'll give them a shout out in a second, but we want to get back to this action, 3rd and 5. Steve's talked you through the mental process that coaches go through, so we'll see here what the Pythons do. Mack is back in shotgun. He will look again, going for the same play, deep and good defense. Felt maybe Nsenga had a chance at an interception there, but harmlessly fell to the ground.
Bringing the punt team out, this is what we talked about. You don't want to have to punt it in 2 minutes.
Yep, it looks like the Pythons will have to punt. And if you are taking notes, as I am, on everything Steve says here, they should have probably gone for a safe 5-yard pickup and wouldn't have given the Lancers the ball back. Thanks to our sponsors, Cambridge Fabrication Limited, medical device prototyping specialists, RevFit, who are our Cambridge fitness and performance facility. And we're looking forward as well. If you stick around at halftime, we should have the cheerleaders on from the Pythons.
Oh, here you go.
Snap
Here you go.
on the punt.
Here you go.
And that's why you don't punt, Steve.
There you go. I think it was a good snap. I don't want to blame the punter, but I think it hit him in the hands. We can watch the replay maybe and see.
Yeah, hit him in the hands, and then the Lancers so quick to arrive.
Now, can the Lancers capitalize on this opportunity?
It was Elias Becker who was trying to punt the ball for the Pythons. And
There's
again,
a lot that goes into special teams, and unfortunately, it doesn't get coached enough. But just the snap to the punter's hands is a huge play in execution, and people take that for granted. Oh, we can snap it and we can catch it. Not so fast.
so Lancers with some late substitutions coming on the field. Not sure he knew they were back on offense, but they are. Let's go. It's Charles London jogging on, and now it's Nsenga who's in motion.
We got a guy on a
Quarterback will
post
go
right
wide
down the
open
middle.
Caught. That is Joseph Sanders for the Lancers touchdown. The muffed punt cost them dear.
Lancers they're coming back. They're not afraid. They're not flinching. Cambridge is flinching a little bit. They're a little tight. They've probably not been in this many close games. So they're like wondering what is going on right now. And it's good to see Oxford score before halftime, especially if you're an Oxford fan. Cambridge fan, not so much, but they let that kid run right down the middle of the field. The quarterback found him, and
Oh, he was wide open. Joseph Sanders for the touchdown. And it was a great throw in the end from their quarterback to get him the ball. Coming in, Sanders is also the kicker, so we'll see whether he's going to convert. It looks like they might be going for 2. Sanders is lining up in his wide receiver position rather than his kick position. So Chase Fellows will look to line up for 2, but referee wants the word
timeout.
first.
Oxford called timeout. They're trying to get this.
Oxford, 30 seconds remaining in the half. That is their first charged timeout.
40 seconds. Is that what he said? I couldn't understand his English.
I think he said 30 seconds.
There are
But
so many versions of English in England, And there's a lot of versions of English in America as well, but
Yeah.
I'm learning them all.
You are. Well, and plus you're learning a bunch of other languages as well, no doubt.
That's true.
From where you're working. Yeah, 30 seconds left. What are the Lancers talking about in this timeout? Are they just getting the play right?
Yeah, I think they were worried that the clock was going to tick down and they were going to get a delay, and that would force them into kicking a field goal or a PAT afterwards. Now, they still have the option to get 2 here. It looks like Cambridge is in some kind of man-to-man straight up. So I would imagine Oxford would do some kind of pick route to get one of their receivers open and then try and complete this.
Motion from Adaj, and he will get the ball. Now he's got to use his feet to try, and it's just too much. Ball comes out, but 2 Pythons there. It was Gregory Mack again, the quarterback, and Kai Soon, who escorted him out of bounds violently. It looked like the ball came out as well.
Oh, yeah, they knocked the ball out. And so here, next play, right? Play forward, keep playing forward. So Oxford's going to have to kick it off. Are they going to kick it deep to their returners, or are they going to put it and get it on the ground and make it a hard returnable ball like with a squib kick? These are things we talk about as the coaches. I don't know who their returners are. If I have a kicker like Oxford has, I'd kick it out of the back of the end zone if the wind's at my back. If that's the case, we can do that. If not, I'm going to make it very, very unmanageable for them to get this ball and move it forward.
Let's see what happens. Not much time left, under 30 seconds. We know that because we had the shout from our referee here. But you're always one step ahead. How many plays ahead are you actually thinking as that? You know, you're the head coach. You've got your DC and your OC who are doing the kind of play-to-play thing. But how far are you thinking ahead?
Well, we have to think ahead a lot because, like we were talking earlier about the possessions, how many possessions will we get before this half ends? They went onside and gave him the ball right there. now Cambridge has the ball here and can throw it into the end zone. Wow. And to me, that's not the play I would do.
Yeah.
That's just me. I would not have done that.
Seemed a bit rushed, didn't it, from the Lancers? And Sanders came out and just didn't get. He looked like he was trying to get some height on the ball. He just went straight to a Python.
I'm all about gambling, but maybe that's putting all the chips in right there. I don't know about that. But to me, now, if I'm Cambridge and I only have to go 46 yards for a touchdown, I'm attack. I'm in my 2-minute mode, and I have 3 timeouts left, and I'm rolling.
They got some players that can get deep, but the quarterback's struggling actually to get the ball deep. He's been good, has Gregory Mack, short plays, but trying to get the ball to some of these faster receivers, he struggled a bit.
Yeah, well, protection beats coverage, right? So if they can protect, and they haven't been able to protect that well. They have 5 protectors, and they've been bringing 6, 7. They're empty scat protection, and he throws a dirt ball out here, so now it's 2nd and 10. Coach may just need to get his Cambridge team together at halftime and just say, you know what, we got through this half. Let's come back out and redo this thing. Get going again. We'll see. We'll see what he calls. He knows his team better than we do.
This is one of the first games that Cambridge are playing in that Division 1 bracket and doing well so far. Score is still 10-6, so Pythons still with the lead. But you feel the Lancers Q2s really belong to them.
It really has. They've captured the momentum. The wind is in Cambridge's face. They're going to take a shot here.
Here we're going deep and trying to get the ball. That is caught, twisted and dropped at the 1-yard line. Kayasoon makes a great reception, twisting his body around. And that throw from Mack had some air under it.
What a dot. You got to love that. The Coach Jelly, he's like, hey, let's go. Attack. They're on the 1-yard line. There was less than 30 seconds left. He knew what needed to be done.
Timeout. Called by Cambridge. 19 seconds remaining. That's their first timeout of the half.
What about the tackle from David Babarindi, tackling him at the 1-yard line to stop the score? At least he gives his defense a chance.
A little bit of a chance.
So the Pythons with a big hit and deep throw that puts them on the 1-yard line as we are getting close to the end of Q2, but still 2 timeouts for the Pythons. And a few seconds left. See what they can do. Mac will hand it to his big running back, who will
Get him down.
rumble.
He got a
Still
touchdown.
on his feet. And
He didn't get in.
Waiting for the call. There isn't one from the referee.
They
so
better call timeout again.
we assume.
What a
that-
shame this would be if they couldn't score from here.
Yeah, Charles Ibb just couldn't get in there. Early contact in the backfield. Let's hear from the ref.
Timeout called by Cambridge. That's their second charge timeout. 11 seconds on the clock. The result of the play was short of the goal line.
11 seconds, second and goal. You've got one timeout left, coach. What are you calling?
I got my little pick play over here to the big field right here. We'll get my quarterback out on the edge. Get him protected so it's a run pass option. If the receivers fall down or they're not open, my quarterback can still run the ball in. So we'll see what they do. It's straight man-to-man, bump and run here. You got the back to the right side, the big field, so all he has to do is go contain that edge and get the quarterback on the edge.
Mac
And
will
that's
take
what
the
they
ball.
do.
He will roll. Steve, absolutely
We got a-
right, but there come
We
the
got
Lancers.
a flag on the field.
Ogbemudia made the tackle, flag down. Lancers playing it tough on their own goal line towards the end of this first half. Let's see what the flag is.
This will be interesting.
Prior to the snap, offside. Number 5 on the defense. Half distance to the goal.
We better quarterback
Main
sneak
second
this in.
down.
That's on Nsenga. Defense obviously wanting to get a jump on the ball and just went a little bit too early, did Nsenga.
What are we, on the 6-inch line? The referee is, I don't even think he can fit his foot between the ball tip and the goal line right now.
Not a lot of turf to go.
The problem with being in 100% shotgun offense, the quarterback sneaks are almost null and void. We're going to see what's going to happen here.
If they've got that big defensive tackle on the field, I can't see him. That's what I'd put, my big defensive tackle over that center. Just stuff it up.
Oh, he's going to walk up underneath the center, I think. No, I guess not. We'll see. Let's go, Oxford. Let's go. See what's up.
Second down, Mac looks to
Boom.
his left. Blitz coming,
Fumble.
balls out.
Pick.
Lancers
He's
have it.
going all the way for a
Here we
touchdown.
go. This is Seth Washington.
Oh my goodness! And the
at
quarterback
40.
got knocked out, and it's a touchdown. They flipped the whole script.
Oh my! Varsity is just blown up.
There are no flags on the field. They'll go in at halftime. Their quarterback is down over here for Cambridge.
One single play, Steve, can change a whole game. Seth Washington goes 99 yards on the fumble and the fumble recovery.
The play, 2-3 plays before that is the Oxford team tackles the Cambridge receiver on the 1 yard line, giving the Oxford team a chance to play defense like you said earlier. And this is the result of them having the opportunity to play defense on that goal line.
Lancers defense balling out. They get the score on the board.
Did we say that earlier? Maybe the Lancer defense may have to score.
Definitely did. I tell you, if you can't get it done on offense, get your defense rolling. Seth Washington, that's a highlight right there for him in Varsity 2026. Score right now is Oxford 12, Cambridge 10.
Time
The tables
expired on the
have
touchdown.
turned.
This will be one untimed down.
We're going to have some interesting halftime conversations here on the sideline.
This is
Oh,
how-
my goodness. Do you love football or what?
How fun is this, Steve? I mean, if you're watching football for the first time, one play, the whole game can change. That
Well,
was incredible.
I'm sure if this is the first time you've ever watched football, you are so confused. You're what is going on here?
Extra point. This is going to be a dive. He's trying to get in, and I don't think he's going to. So the score looks like that's no good on the 2-point try. Why aren't they bringing their kicker out, Joseph Sanders? I don't know, because they've got a great kicker. Maybe it was the snap earlier, but they're not going for the
There
one.
was short the goal line.
I don't know.
Result of the play.
I know this. He could kick it into the houses over
That
there
is
across the
off.
parking lot if he was out there.
All right, thanks to our referees. What a half of football. It was
Oh,
the first quarter, all Cambridge, second quarter, all Lancers, and the defense came up big right at the end.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. I can't wait to go down on the sidelines and hear what in the wide world of sports has been going on these sidelines. Very fun. It gets down to coaching decisions. Some of these coaches' decisions, you know, they throw a shot, big play, make that tackle down there. Hey, can we run it in? Maybe not. We're trying to make these throws. Doesn't happen. Let's go down to the sidelines and see what's up.
Yeah, and let's give you a quick scoring update and then we'll go down. It's Oxford Lancers 12, it's Cambridge University Pythons 10 at half-time. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go away, we'll have the cheerleaders for you at half-time and hopefully we'll be able to get some interviews with the coaches if they're not too flustered and depressed at the first half performance of their team. But we will see. We'll see you after the break.
Don't go away.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out today. It's currently half-time and the score is 12-10 to Oxford. In 10 minutes, the half-time show will begin by our wonderful Cambridge Lions cheerleaders, so please stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Give us a count. Welcome back down to the field here at Cambridge University. We're at the rugby club. What a half. I'm so pleased to be joined by Stuart Humble, who's the president of the... No, you're not the president. You're the general manager. You were the president for 3 years, yeah. Old president and new general manager, but doing all sorts of things at the Oxford University Lancers, and looking very dapper, I might say. You have to talk us through all the gear. But
absolutely. That's it. That's absolutely right. Yeah, so I mean, this is my Blues jacket, representing the Lancers today. We love to, honestly, where this came from, when my first year as president, I just channeled Remember the Titans. Like show up in the suit, show up in the tie, and I brought that to the team, and it just, builds discipline. But, I mean, what a last few minutes of the half there. This is a great game. It's amazing to always come out to Cambridge and play with the guys. Honestly, hats off to the Cambridge Rugby Club. They've built this amazing pitch. They're sharing it with many of the other clubs here at Cambridge. It's a huge deal. As somebody who's been trying over time to really build up and develop sport at Oxford, it's great to see Cambridge doing the same thing on this side. And of course, the Cambridge Pythons. I mean, these guys, they've been working hard, and somebody has to set a bar, and then we have to step up as a group, and they really are answering the call. This is a fantastic matchup this year. Very proud to be here. The guys are enjoying it.
So how long have you been involved? You were president for 3 years, and now you've been general manager at least for 2 years that I know of. Is that how it's gone? And you've done some great things as well, but bringing over some American scholar athletes, bringing sponsorship in, professionalizing the team. Tell us about your experience, and why would you stay on after president?
Well, I think when I do something, I try to do it the best that I can. I really want to leave the team and honestly the entire system, whether it's the Oxbridge system or Bucks or American football in general in this country. I saw basically a way to step up and leave better than I found it, and that's why I keep going. And we've got a lot of plans for the future. The biggest thing, I mean, shout out to the Oxford, the University of Oxford alumni, our alumni who sponsored us, guys like Ryan Millsap, guys like the Murray family out in Utah, David Reynolds, aka Goose, Hudson Baird. They're all probably watching right now, and they've done tremendous things for the team. They've done tremendous things to help build the sport and been involved as players, as supporters, as philanthropic donators as well. So
tell us about that Ryan Millsap story, because wasn't he a quarterback back in the 90s for the Oxford? You were called the Cavaliers.
That's back right. Then. He was arguably the first ever true quarterback. I think he came in. I think they'd only been playing for a couple of years, and he said, "Coach, we can throw forward passes." And so there's just really interesting stories. These guys, he went out of his way to support us, and has a vision for his scholarship program, which we were hoping to continue get more applicants to. So step by step we're building, but he's been a fantastic supporter.
Steve, I know you were involved last year on the stream, and you've seen some of what Oxford Lancers do. You think this is the future of sport for American football in Bucks?
I hope so. Stu's done a great job down there. It's not easy to do what he's done down there, or anywhere for that matter. It doesn't matter if we're in America or over here in England. What Stu's done here is equally as hard here as it is in America, and he's done a great job here. And not just growing the Oxford football program, but growing American football in this country. So we really appreciate that. And eventually, hopefully, some of our athletes from the academy, the NFL Academy, have an opportunity to go to Oxford. You've got to get good grades. But we're growing some student athletes that he's looked at before, and they just had some other opportunities that they've chosen. But we'd love for that to happen.
We should, and also to Cambridge. We'll play fair, but at the end of the day, we need to build those pipelines. I mean, the academy's doing amazing things. We were very, very blessed to have them come and visit us in Oxford a couple of times. We'd love to set up some Cambridge visits. We gotta keep building things out, and other Bucks squads. We're in a unique situation at Oxford and Cambridge where we can kind of control our future. We have a little bit more control over our individual clubs than some other clubs within Bucks. And so for that reason, it may be more difficult for other clubs to maybe get alumni support. And that's a very American thing too. The Brits were trying to catch up, right, with getting alumni more involved. And so it's just, we need to kind of spread the playbook, so to speak, and help those other clubs get some support as well.
Well, it's great to speak to you, Stuart. We're going to hand over in a minute for the cheerleaders show, but thanks for everything you do at the Lancers. It's great to be here and join you on this. And
Yes, sir.
All the very best for the future.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, dude.
All right, great. We're going to hand you over now. Me and Steve, we're going to have a little bit of a break. We'll hand you over to watch the cheerleading halftime show. We'll join you for what is a really tight game. Don't go away. We want to see that second half. See you soon.
Mic check.
Welcome back here to Cambridge University, the rugby club here. But it's not rugby on show, it's the American football for the Varsity Bowl 2026. We just had a great halftime show. We had a good chat with Stuart. I'm joined here with Steve Hagan, the head coach of the NFL Academy, no less. So royalty up here in the booth really with me. But what did you make of that first half? That was great, wasn't it?
That was super fun. You know, it plays out the way you want it to play out to keep it fun. It's not playing out the way Cambridge coach wanted it, and but it's fun. Now it gets into a whole nother half of situational football. Each team's going to get about 6 possessions. The score is really tight. It's gonna come down to the end play probably.
Quick score update for you for those that are joining us right at the death on the more or less the last play in the time allowed in that first half. Oxford University Lancers scored on a 99-yard fumble return from Seth Washington to take the score 12 to the Lancers, 10 to the Pythons. So we've got a great atmosphere out there, and the crowd now really into it. We were just commenting on the crowd. It's great here, isn't it? It's full up here in the stands. We're on the second level here. but we're looking down at, a couple of hundred people at least down here in the stands enjoying the sun. This is the start of the Bank Holiday Monday as we get ready to kick this one off in the second half.
Here we go.
Ball is up in the air, and that's going to be a short kick, little bounce, and that'll be picked up by Ogbamudia, who will take it a little way, but a little bit shy coming under that ball, and he'll only get to just the 21-yard line to start this one.
Yeah, they should have walked up. He should have caught that ball on the fly. The wind is in Cambridge's face. The ball's going to hang up in the air. That could have been executed better. I guess I just see it as a coach, and I get overly critical, but I just want these teams to play well.
That's why you're the successful coach you are, Steve. Wouldn't expect anything less. You enjoyed the halftime atmosphere?
Yeah, oh yeah. You know what, like you said earlier, this is a great day. There's a lot of people out here. When I was walking downstairs at the halftime, I saw people and they're like, I thought it was a rugby game. We came out and it's a football game. And they asked me, do I know anything about it? I said, a little bit.
Yeah. Little do they know they're talking to one of the ex-NFL coach. In fact, our cameraman, Finn, was so impressed with your Jets and Browns background. And so you've got a new fan there as Nsenga goes on motion for the Lancers on first down and gets the ball. But again, the Pythons really tight on that defensive line to start. And they're going to drop him for a loss of a yard.
Yes, sir. They tried to get it to the edge, but the pitch was behind them. It slows up the timing. Everything got messed up, so we couldn't get the ball to the edge. Now it turns into 2nd and 12. That's a whole different situation.
Thanks again to our sponsors for helping us put on such a great show here. Complete Fabrication Limited, who do medical device prototyping, and RevFit, who are a silver sponsor. They do the Cambridge Fitness and Performance. And of course, our cheerleaders at halftime for Cambridge did a fantastic job keeping the crowd entertained.
I think cheerleaders is kind of an American thing, is that not?
I believe so, Steve. We'll come back to that. 2nd and 11 as Chase goes over the middle. That was a clear pick dropped.
Goodness.
Musa Kamara, who's looking at the end zone, dropped the ball.
His eyes were not on the ball. They were on the goal line, and it hit him. I think it hit him right in the chest, didn't it?
It did. Sometimes that end zone, it just bedazzles you, especially if you're a defensive player. You're like, oh my God, I'm actually going to get a pick six. Nope.
Man, that would have been a fun change of events, right? Now it's 3rd and 12. They got to get all of this or they got to punt.
It's been the story of the Lancers a little bit, hasn't it? As defense has come up strong for them, but they have struggled on offense. Empty set again for Chase Fellows. Again, he sends Nsenga in motion. That same very familiar look now. So now he's got 3 targets to his left, and he will go to Washington. He drops the ball.
Goodness, we had a drop on defense for a touchdown and a drop on offense for a touchdown.
That's Joseph Sanders. Everyone's got the slipsies.
Oh my goodness. Wow, yeah. Would that have changed the game?
That would. That was a huge play, and he was open. He beat his defender, had Joseph Sanders, who's the kicker. He's already got a touchdown on the board. He nearly had a second there, but...
sometimes when you're that open, you get more nervous. And, like, I can't believe I'm this open. And it hits him right in the chest. He drops it. I feel bad for him.
It's a long time. It's a long wait when that ball's in the air.
This is smart by Cambridge to put 2 returners back there. We'll see if they can handle this ball.
2 returners as Fellows puts it up. It's a short kick. The returner's not coming up. They'll let it bounce and let it roll. So again, letting Fellows get away with it a little bit there as it will roll to the 33-yard line.
Got a favorable bounce. That's a good thing. The wind is in Cambridge's face now. They're going the same direction that they did right to close out the first half. So we'll see what they come up with here.
We talked about special teams and the fact that often one of the hardest things to do is to return a punt or a kick, because you've got to make that return. And how do you coach the players to actually not be scared of the ball, so they can run under it?
We actually do a lot of distraction drills. So we'll shoot a ball up, have a kicker kick it up, and then we'll hit him with a bag as he's catching the ball. We'll throw, those big aerobic or yoga balls, I guess they would call physio balls.
Yep.
They're about 3 feet in diameter or so. We'll throw a couple of those at the guy while he's catching it just to make him focus on that ball.
Great tips there from Coach Steve in terms of helping those returners get under the ball. Back to Mack. and the Pythons on first down. And this is a nice opening run. He'll get the first down by the looks of things. That is Charles Ibb. They started with him in the first half, and they're opening the second half with him as well.
Yeah, they probably need to hand it to him more often, I would say. He's a good runner. He finishes with his pads down, and he's very productive when he gets the ball.
Picks up 11 there in the first down. So Cambridge, I don't think they expected to be behind after leading right up to the last play of that first half. They come into this second half with a 2-point deficit they're trying to make up. But no need to panic for them. They've been moving the ball. Mack back again. And again, it's a handoff left-hand side. And that's some great defending on the edge this time from the Lancers as Michael Al-Dewey comes in, plays tight end, plays linebacker. Good tidy-up duties there.
We tell our outside linebackers to keep that ball inside and in front, and that's what he did really well. So on contain, he wants to keep the ball on his inside shoulder, press that back to his other pursuit defenders. That's what he did. He did it really well. Just like you coach it up, just how you're supposed to do it.
2-yard gain's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Pythons. Mack obviously gave up that big play on the turnover. He seems to have settled during halftime, but we've not seen him put it up yet. Now he will put it up. He will go deep again. And that is great tight coverage from Knox Watson, trying to get the ball to Vasilakis. But no doing there. Looked like good coverage to me.
Well, he had him by a step, but the ball was one step further than he was too. So I appreciate this quarterback getting back in there and doing what he's doing. He got hit hard at the end of the first half.
He really did, and that was the score where Washington scooped up that fumble and took it all the way back. Mack proving he's tough. Can he be tough on 3rd down? 3rd and 8 for the Pythons. Blitz from the Lancers. And the running back will kind of fall forward, yeah. So he picks up a decent amount of yardage. Does
Coach
a cheeky
Coach Jelly going to go for it here? Nope, he's putting his punt team out there. You going to fake it?
2 points down, you might think about it.
I think
in Q4 we're going to see all sorts of shenanigans. I really do, Steve, because that's the way varsity normally goes.
Well, the punter dropped the punt. Oh, they got their offense back out there, I think. See what they'd come up with here.
4th down, 4 yards. They're just into Lance's territory, but barely. In fact, they're not. They're in their own territory by an inch. But yeah, you're right. Offense is staying out there. They're trusting that Python defense.
Hard count. They get a hard count. That's an automatic first down. What happened here? Oh, now Oxford calls a timeout. They're going to draw them off sides. They're going to try and draw them off sides. I hope their coaches are saying, listen, watch your keys, watch the ball.
Talk us through a hard count. What is that for those of people that are new?
Timeout. Oxford, 8 minutes 16 in the 3rd quarter. That is their first charge timeout of the half.
It's 4th and 4, so if the defense jumps off sides, they get 5 yards, which would automatically turn it into a first down. So what the quarterback will try and do when he comes to the line of scrimmage is have a multiple cadence where he may go, whatever their cadence is, wide 80, said, hot, 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 hot. Try to draw the defense off sides. If the defense doesn't go off sides, they may take a delay of game, no harm, no foul, back it up 5 and punt the ball away. If the defense does jump off sides, then they move the ball forward 5 yards, first down, and then Cambridge gets to keep rolling on offense.
So many ways to play American football, isn't it? And so many things to think about all the time. Defenses need to be aware on 4th down that they don't jump offside because they know that the offense could potentially try and get them on that hard count. Lots to think about, and as you said in the first half, Steve, context always changing, the time's always changing, the down's always changing, the yardage is always changing. So every decision you make, the tiny decisions, the tackle at the 1 yard line, that defender just could have gone, oh, he's going to score, I'll leave it. No, he makes the tackle, 99 yards, the Lancers run it back. Every decision, every movement you make on the field really matters.
That's why you definitely got to have situational mastery but you also got to finish every play like how they did down there. Oxford does, and then it results into a touchdown. They go quarterback sneak for a first down.
Mack will run it, and he's still being pushed with that offensive line. So quarterback sneak. Looks like they do have enough. Yeah, they do, by at least a yard. So
I think the Philadelphia Eagles have mastered the quarterback sneak with Jalen Hurst.
While I've got you here, captive in the booth, what's your view on this quarterback sneak? You think it's a part of football? Because there's been some debate about, they should scrap it, get rid of it. It's not football.
Well, it definitely is part of football because they've already proven that fact. Now, whether you should be able to push your player that has the ball, I don't know about all that part of it, but it is what it is, and you got to play by the rules, and that's one of the rules. So
Mack gets it with the quarterback sneak, 1st and 10. This one's a handoff again, that 1-2 punch, but not too much of a punch there. Just a 3-yard gain for Ejike Adararo. Lancers defense again holding firm between the tackles.
Turn it into 2nd and 8, which is another challenge for the Lancers. We'll see how Cambridge comes out. Coach Jelly, I was talking to him earlier before the game, and they did study a lot of Mike Leach, former, Mike Leach was a great football coach. He passed away not too long ago, but the master of the spread offense, and Coach Jelly learned a lot from him.
There you go. That's some really great British American football coaches taking so much from the greats. As Mack rolls out, he'll keep it himself and dive into the tackle, taking on 2 guys, and 1st down for the quarterback. He might be small, but a big heart, this Mack, hasn't he?
Oh my goodness, they did that run pass option, right? So he runs around the right side to the big field. There's a lot of space to cover and a lot of space to defend, and so he kind of reminds me of Diego Parva from Vanderbilt. Kind of savvy little guy, and Diego's not a little guy. He's a thick little guy, but
he's big
short.
In the gym, isn't he? Yeah, shorter guy.
Short,
yeah. Certainly having to throw over some of those big offensive linemen.
Yeah, he's clearly the shortest guy in the whole huddle out there. So,
but tough and wants it, and took on 2 tacklers to get them the 1st down.
Well, there's no doubt Coach Jelly trusts him. He obviously loves him to be out there and lead the team. You can see how he operates. And then he is tough. He's shown that multiple times today how tough
he's had a great season. This one is a jet sweep on a shovel toss, trying to find the edge. Good defending there. That's another good tackle from the Lancers, number 11, David Babarindi, who was the one that made the tackle on the 1-yard line, you'll remember, Steve.
Yeah.
But they will be about 5 yards short of making the yards to gain on that one.
They're going to go for it. This is where he's Coach Jelly as the offensive coordinator and head coach. He's already thinking about this. I'll use all 4 downs to get a 1st down here. We're not kicking a field goal. We got to go. So essentially, he's got 2 plays to make a 1st down here.
2nd and 4. Ejike Adararo is in the backfield to Mack's left-hand side. Defense shifts to a cover 2. Mack will drop back. He will go to the flat again. He floats one over the head of his intended receiver. A couple of times that's happened.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. Now it's 3rd and 5 or 4. So Coach Jelly will get the new play in.
You think Cambridge playing with that sense of urgency? You want to see 2 points down? Or you feel like they don't want to let this one slip away from them?
I think it feels like they're playing a little conservative. They don't look like the team that scores 30 points a game right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. 2 receivers top, 2 to the bottom.
Yeah.
Adararo to Mack's right-hand side. He'll roll out. He's got the option to pitch it. He keeps it himself. Again, he puts his face mask in there and gets the 1st down. Tough little runner, this Gregory Mack, but he keeps moving those chains.
He is a tough player. To me, Cambridge wins this game. He's MVP of this game, just from what he's shown already. His toughness, his ability to run the show, lead the team, continually gets up after taking shot after shot. I mean, this guy, that's great.
Quarterback, absolutely unique position in sports. There isn't another position in sports like it, and you need a guy like Mack with the tenacity and the will and talent to keep that offense moving. The chains move again, now down to the Lancers 22-yard line as Mack drops back. A lot of time. We'll go to wide open receiver. Caught, twists into the end zone. Touchdown, Pythons.
Wow. What a great design. He rolled to his left, pulled up, throws it back to his right. What a great design.
Just having a look at the replay here. There is a man down on the field. Mack had all the time he needed in the world. And the touchdown was scored.
He got the whole pursuit of the defense to flow to his left. And then threw back across the grain to his right, and the receiver was so open because all the defensive pursuit flew to their defensive right. It was wide open.
He's talking to his OC down there on the sideline, talking to Coach Jelly, getting some water. Is the young Gregory Mack, who really made that drive count, got 2 first downs with his legs, and then throws a nice pass. Wouldn't necessarily advise throwing that pass to get over, you know, against the roll of play, but it was Alex Maynard in the end zone that made the catch with a nice.
I wonder what Gregory Mack's history in football is. He is doing a great job. We almost kicked that one over the fence into the field, and that would have been a bigger challenge to go get that one too. Good job.
We did, but it skewed left, so whilst it had some distance on it, it didn't go through the posts, which is the whole point of the kick. So unfortunately, he missed it. But
guess what? That makes it more exciting.
Absolutely. As you look at the replay of Alex Maynard twisting and turning and getting into the end zone, Cambridge Pythons retake the lead. They're now 16 and Oxford Lancers 12. We got a 4-point game midway through Q3. How about that for some fun, Steve?
I love this. I'm gonna bring my returners up because they are kicking into the wind, and if we can get a big return here and get this ball to at least the 50, gives Oxford a chance to score, keeps it exciting, puts some pressure back on Cambridge. Just keep playing forward. That's what I tell the guys. Whatever happened in the past, you can't control. Play the next play, play forward. Let's keep going.
Just watching Ian Hiscock on the far side of the field from where we're standing, having a good chat with the referee there. Don't know what that was about. Maybe something on the touchdown he saw and didn't like. But the points count.
Yeah, coaches are always going to have a complaint with the referee, and that's just how it goes.
Yep, that's how it's set up. That's another interesting dynamic in American football, isn't it? The whole referee situation, how you use penalties, just making sure that you have the good relationships with the referee so you can make your case when you need to.
I'm not even sure that helps. But hey, it can't hurt, right?
Here we go.
Now we got instant replay, so that kind of sorts some things out, but that's why I bring my returners up and do not let that ball hit the ground.
It hits the ground again. It's a live ball picked up late by Nsenga, who will do the best. In fact, he does a decent job. He gets it all the way to the 39. But those kicks are not like pumps. That's a live ball, isn't it? I mean, the Pythons can just jump on that.
Way too casual. The ball hits the ground, and he looked like, did I pick it up or not? This is way too casual for me. That kind of stuff drives me crazy.
Well, Nsenga does a good job, casual or not. He does get the ball to the 39-yard line whilst giving his coach, a few more blood pressure tablets to take maybe after that play.
We've done studies like, for fast football teams, every time you let that ball hit the ground, they gain another 10 yards in coverage. So instead of being 25 yards away from you when you catch the ball, now they're right in your face like that. And we could have had that ball, or Oxford, could have had that ball at the 50 if he had caught that on the fly. Oh well, new play forward.
New play, exactly. Lancers 1st and 10. They send their tight end in motion, and this will be a fake to Adai, and then a handoff up the middle to Charles London, and he will get hit and driven back maybe a yard. Python's defense not fooled.
No, they weren't fooled at all. That's an old school wing T play. They ran that before as a 2-point play, and it didn't work then, it didn't work there.
You know what I like about this Pythons defense? They get bodies to the ball, don't they? Once that initial contact's made, you've got all 11 guys converging quickly.
Yeah, they swarm the ball. That's right. They keep it, you know, their 3-4 base 3-4 defense. So they got it. They got you surrounded. You got to be able to attack their secondary. Get the ball to the edge of the field.
2nd and 11. Fellows behind the sticks again as Pythons threaten blitz and come off the edge. Picked up well by the running back over the middle. Almost intercepted. Trying to get the ball to Ajayi. Defender right there. And I don't know, the sun wasn't in his face, but we've seen a few drops today.
Yeah, he dropped that. That was that would have changed the whole momentum of the game right there. But hey, 3rd and 9. Oxford lives to play another play, keep playing forward, see what happens on this one.
That was Reece James with the drop. Credit for the good coverage, but could have made something out of that. 3rd and 11 now for the Lancers. They got some weapons. We've seen Joseph Sanders score already. We know that Israel Ajayi, Izzy,
we got to get
both
Izzy
of those
on
guys,
the loose.
yeah, both of those eyes top of the field. And it looks like they went early.
Yeah, they did. They're trying to cheat. They're going a little bit early, but the referee saw it, which is going to turn it into 3rd and 14, which is very challenging for Oxford right now. I don't think they've converted a 3rd down maybe the whole game.
Ball start, number 82. Offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Yeah, they call it on Sanders, who was right next to his wide receiver playmate Ajayi, and they both went. So you feel like maybe they both got the wrong snap count on that.
They definitely did. Receivers should be watching the ball. They shouldn't even know the snap count. It should be insignificant. Watch the ball, go make a play. In America, when you're playing in such big crowds, you don't even hear the snap count, so you got to watch the ball.
Harry Lucas goes in motion. Fellows drops back over the middle again, and another chance for an interception. Not such a clear-cut chance, but no Lancer player around. Seemed like everyone was running, you know, flat routes, and he threw the ball over the middle.
This is going to be interesting. Here's a punt. We're going to punt this ball. See if this returner can catch this ball.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
Another exciting play here.
A good return, absolutely. 4th and 14 then. Cambridge 16, Oxford 12. That's your score update. Really close game. Lance is struggling on offense, let's be honest. Behind the sticks again. 4th and 14 on this punt. No returner back for the Pythons. In fact, it looks like they're going to go for it. Oh, and Fellows will put it up into the air. He is their punter as well. And it will take a Lancers bounce. And
that'll work.
Keep on going. It'll stop at the 28.
So we call a quick kick. So it keeps their base defense out there. As you said, they didn't have a returner back there. So now the defense is like, are they going for it or are they punting? And so when they can quick kick it like that or quick punt it, and because the kicker is the quarterback is the punter anyways, they don't get as much pressure on his foot, and then they don't have to cover a return. So that's actually good coaching, and it's a good situational management.
Good tactics from the Lancers. Pin the Pythons back. Lancers defense back on the field. We've been impressed with some of their play. We would expect them to come out and make it difficult for these Pythons.
I look over my right shoulder and my wife's here in the bleachers and she's explaining American football to the crowd.
That's so cool. I bet she's doing an amazing job as well. This handoff is going to be right up the middle with a big gap and a 1st down. It's 12 yards for Ejiki Adararo.
Another big run.
Big hole.
Think, right? FTB, feed the beast.
Absolutely. They've got the lead back 4 yards. And they've got these 2 big running backs, haven't they?
Feed the beast, FTB.
And in this weather, defenses get worn down by the heat if you've got an offensive line that just keeps pounding them.
Yep, and keep that clock rolling because they're ahead. They roll the clock, shortens the game. You don't have to win by 40. You got to win by 1 point.
And it means that Mike Drury, the defensive coordinator Patrick not Thomas Casson, sorry, the Lancers DC is going to have to think about moving some players up to that line of scrimmage, which creates other chances for the Pythons. First down after that big run. Mack under pressure, goes down again. Seth Washington's been all over Mack.
My goodness, he came through there. No one touched him. He came through the B gap. No one touched him. No one looked at him. And he hit that quarterback as the quarterback was throwing the ball. No chance.
Seth Washington, your touchdown scorer for the Lancers right at the last play of the half. He gets another pressure in his sheet.
To me, if Oxford's going to change this game, they're going to do it on defense. And putting pressure on their quarterback like they've done has helped them.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Mack did well to get rid of it this time. He'll line up and he'll drop back again and looking deep. Now the pressure comes. Takes a lot of time to get that ball out of bounds. No flag, so they're saying he was out of the pocket.
Yep. They rushed 3, dropped 8, and still played contain, which is very good. Mack tried to roll out to his left. No receivers available. Turned it in 3rd and 10. Good football. Really good football.
Good, tight defensive play from the Lancers. It was Tony Ogbamudia who was on the pressure of Mack. 3rd and 10. So 2 incompletions. Lancers continue to put Mack under pressure.
Let's see what they pull out of their hat this time.
Yeah, you would think saying,
They dropped 8 on 2nd and 10. See if they're going to bring 5 on this one. Nope, they just bring 4.
Mack with time this time. Shakes
goodness.
a shot down the middle. Caught over him. Alex Maynard makes the catch.
He takes another shot. Let's see if he can get back up after this one. But oh my goodness, what a throw, what a catch.
Let's watch the replay. Look at this both ends. You'll see Mack, who is still struggling to get up.
He's jogging down there. His jersey and shoulder pads need to be a little bit straight.
There's the hit. They didn't call it late, actually. Maynard makes a spectacular catch.
I'm telling you.
Charles London hanging off his back.
This kid's going to be the MVP. He's got my vote right now.
Yeah, I know Mack's really impressed you, Coach. Great catch as well from Maynard. But Mack put it right on the money that time. Down the field they go. The Pythons now knocking on the red zone door at the 23-yard line.
Think of the composure that Mack has to have after taking that shot and then getting his team back to the line of scrimmage, calling the whole offense, running the whole show, just hand it off to his backup, inside zone to the right, 4 yards. Gives him some time to regather his thoughts, and now he can attack the end zone. That young guy is a stud.
We've got a new fan up here, Gregory Mack, if you're watching this back, right back on the replay, and pressing Coach Hagan up here with your composure and heart. Shows how well they've done in Div 1. I'm no doubt at all that they'll do good work in Div 1. Ajiki Adararo, that was on the run, picked up a couple of yards, 2nd and 8. Mack will go to the sideline this time, bullets it, caught, and now it is Kayasoon who is still pushing. Gets down to about the 3-yard line. Some great work after the catch for Kayasoon.
Wow. They throw that screen right there, and he catches it. You know, the cool thing is for Mack, the coach is doing a great job.
The end of the quarter.
In the 4th quarter now, Coach Jelly's doing a great job. He saw his quarterback get the heck knocked out of him down here, and he's giving him some good, simple plays to get his feet back underneath him. You know, hand the ball off on 1st down, 2nd down, throw that little screen, and now they're sitting on the goal line again to go up 2 more scores. But this game is going to get short, Carl.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a reminder, Oxford have won 4 of the last 5 meetings against Cambridge. They have had the upper hand. We are hitting Q4, folks.
They may have to pull a rabbit out of the hat to get this one.
Absolutely. Great to have you with us. It's still very tight. You're looking at the great throw and catch of Mack to Maynard on the touchdown. We had that highlight, and we also had some other great catches as well. But just talking to the Cambridge Pythons' ability to, as you say, know the context of the game, play it safe when they need to, take a shot when they need to, but also you've just been really impressed with the play of Mac in that Q3.
I am. I'm impressed with Mac, and I'm impressed with Coach Jelly walking around here with a crutch who just got hip surgery 2 weeks ago. That's impressive. Talk about commitment. Wow.
Lancers as well, we've been impressed, really impressed with their defense. Seth Washington's been standout for me with obviously with the fumble return, but also with the continual relentless pressure he's putting on Mac, putting him on his back a number of times. We've also seen great plays from Charles London and Knox Watson on that Lancers defense. But it's Cambridge as you join us for the beginning of Q4 with a 1st and goal. They're going to line up on the 3-yard line with a chance to get another 6 points on the board and extend their lead. Lancers have held them out before. Can they do it again? And yes, it's Washington that comes through. Sorry, Joseph Sanders.
Tackle for loss right
Number
there.
86. Looked like it was a run blitz, but just straight in the backfield.
It was a run blitz. They hit the A-gap, bang. He went through there unblocked. Mac hands off, and he gets hit in the backfield. We call that a TFL, tackle for loss. Big play again for the Oxford defense.
They've really played well, especially when the Pythons get down close to the goal line. Their red zone defense, their goal line defense, really tough.
Yeah, outside of a few big plays they've let up, they've been pretty good all day. This will be another test here. 2nd and goal on about the 6, I think it is, Carl.
Yep, I think you're right. 6 yards to go. Again, 2nd down for Mac. Lancers threatening blitz off the edge. They bring it. Mac will tuck his head, dive through that B gap for a pickup of 3, inching a little bit closer to that end zone.
Coach Jelly said, you know what, the toughest guy on our team is our quarterback. Let him score.
I know.
Yeah, now they're on the 2. 3rd and goal on the 2. This is a big play right here. Do you run it, or do you you're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so.
Well, I'd run it on 3rd down. I certainly will. I've got those 2 big running backs.
Big time.
I'd give it to them, let them take it in. Having said that, these Lancers, they've been tough between the tackles. Might be sending that run blitz again.
Oh, they're in tight formation.
Oh, they go heavy set.
We would call this like 22 personnel.
Pythons with
quarterback
the
sneaked it
Mac
in.
Is going to follow his center all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Pythons. Mac scores again.
That type of play would be familiar to what the English people would look at as rugby. And just, that's the scrum that pushes everything forward.
Yeah,
right?
it's exactly like, you're right. It's like a rugby maul where they just they just push the ball into the end zone. The Mac attack continues.
The Mac attack, and he's limping off the field, straightening his shoulder pads.
You're seeing it on the replay behind that big offensive line of the Pythons. Here it is up close. Great work from our Cheersmate production crew, actually behind the left guard.
Hopefully we get a chance to interview young Mac here after this game.
Snap is down on the extra point.
He's probably
up.
Chemical engineer or something like that.
Yeah.
Playing football. That's what I love about this game.
Well, exactly. You know, these are all just much smarter than me, at least. Probably not smarter than you, but certainly smarter than me.
He just look at his face here on the sidelines. He loves it. He's a processor. He processes this game well.
Sure does.
You know, the first guy that's got his arm around him is the defensive coordinator.
I see that right there. We're just watching Mac on the sideline. Scored 2 touchdowns today with his legs and a couple more through the air. He's been their offensive engine, and he's taken Cambridge to a 23-12 lead over the Lancers.
You know, they talk about measurables like height, weight, speed. If I looked at little Mac over here, he doesn't have the measurables to play that position, but his heart is 6'5". He is a big heart kid. Love that guy.
Nice. And he's ready to go again. Been playing some defense as well as Mac. So all over the field. Really made a difference today. Coach Jelly will be happy with that. And it was a nice controlled drive from the Pythons to try and put this Lancers team away.
Lancers need to return this kick for a touchdown to be in this game, honestly.
Let's see if they do run under the kick this time. Ball is up. It'll go straight to return man at the 10. This is in Sengar.
To the big field. Here we
and
go.
In Sengar, left-hand side. He's got space to the left, and he decides to cut back inside. Tacklers were there. just felt like he had a bit more there, Steve.
You got to go, man. This whole sideline was wide open. He just go right up the sidelines. He saw a guy playing contain right over here, and he's like, he should have just ran by that guy. It's okay. Let's see what Oxford.
Here.
Do you think Oxford can do anything on offense right now?
And Senga, we think, had more room to his left. Good tackle was made in the end. Still, it's a decent return, and as you say, caught the ball this time. So they get it up to the 41-yard line to the Lancers. Not had a lot of success on offense, just that one touchdown to Joseph Sanders. Fellows continues to play that empty set.
So fourth quarter, you're up by a couple scores. Get your safeties back a little bit. You know they got to throw. Oxford has to throw the ball to even get this competitive.
They put London in motion over the middle, caught close to the
Got
chains.
about 8 yards out of it, which is good. I mean, that's what they have to do. But if they're going to try and do that all the way down the field, Cambridge has a shot. You know? So.
Yep, Morris with the reception on that, the tight end. Bring up 2nd and 2, so a gain of 8. Just outside Python territory.
Oxford's in empty, no backs in the backfield. This is probably a 1,000% chance they're going to
This
throw
time,
the ball.
Ajayi in motion. It's the same play, essentially. Owen
Exactly.
Morris with another reception for the first down. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But they need to play at a better pace, or it's just going to get, the clock is going to tick, 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 like Chris Berman says, tick, 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 and it's going to tick away, and the game will be over.
Yeah, we want to see some energy from that offense as they check the risk coaches once more. All of this taking time off the clock.
Takes too much time. There's no sense of urgency here by Oxford.
Here we go, tight end in motion again. He's the guy, Owen, who's made the two last receptions. He lines up to the left-hand side, and now they motion Ajayi. Fellows will take it, look to his right. He will go for Ajayi.
No.
The closest player to that ball was a Python. Ajayi up the sideline, but just not got the arm on that one.
In baseball, we'd call that foul ball.
Foul ball.
That one did not go to the intended receiver. He did have Izzy up the sidelines on a wheel. But
Sebastian
clock stops,
saluting that with his
incomplete
bagpipes.
pass.
Can you hear that in the background?
Yeah,
Every
I love that.
incomplete pass.
He's like rubbing it in.
Let's go.
Seb is rubbing it in over there.
Absolutely. 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. Trying to get back into the game. Jai in motion. To the left-hand side.
Got a little screen. He stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out. So unlucky there. Very close to the sideline with Sanders.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 10. They got to go for it now. This is one of those gotta have-its, right? We call them gotta have-its. We practice these all the time. It's 4th. This is 3rd and 10, so it's going to turn into 4th or something, or 1st and 10. But right now, this is a gotta have it drive. We have got to get points out of this drive.
Come back to you on that. I'll ask a question about what you'd have lined up for that play as they send Nsenga
Right now, I'm telling my offensive coordinator, get 2 plays ready. This is 3rd and 10.
Ajayi goes out, flag goes up over the middle and incomplete. Trying to get it to Quintero
We got a whole bunch of
Cruz.
flags over here. They're going to call a false start, I believe.
Just asking the Pythons coach on the sideline what he wants to do, and I think he's going to decline it. Yeah.
He declined it.
5 in the backfield.
Oh, illegal
Offense,
formation.
that penalty is declined. Hang up, 4th down.
So this is that situational football you talked about. This is the gotta have it to these 2 plays, like you said.
Yep.
Fourth.
And that's why I always tell my offensive coordinator in these situations, say we're down by, whatever the score is, say we're down by a touchdown. This is a situation where we've got to have this drive. We've got to be able to convert this. If we don't, And we got to get it back on defense. We got to have it on defense, and we got to turn this thing over and get it turned over.
And is it that you have a different set of plays for that situation, the got-to-have-it situation?
Well, yeah, you do, because we're trying to get it to somebody that we can throw a hitch to, and he can turn it into a touchdown.
Yeah.
We'd like to do that on every play of the game, but
Absolutely.
definitely when you got to have it, you got to get the ball to the playmaker.
So we do have a different formation. They send in Sengi into the backfield. Ajayi will set out.
Oh, they quick kicked
punt.
it.
Fellows
Quick
will
kicked
punt
it.
it. That's a really nice
That backs
punt.
them up on the 5-yard line.
It does. Hand it over to your defense, see what they can do. Defense is the ones been making plays. Does it make some sense?
I don't know if you have enough time in the game to do that. Now, maybe if you would have got half of it on 3rd down, which you didn't. So I don't want to be overly critical. They're going to put the ball in the hands of their defense and try and see if their defense can make a play. The difference is Cambridge doesn't need to throw a pass. They can grind this with their 2 big backs, grind this clock out, make Oxford use all their timeouts, game, set, match.
There you go. 2-score, 11-point game with the Pythons back with the ball. They are backed up at their 7-yard line, it looks like.
They could get a tackle for loss, get a safety, turn this whole thing around.
This is how defensive coordinators think.
Let's go.
It's not how head coaches think.
Let's go. Is Coach Jelly aggressive enough to go for another touchdown here?
Well,
take a shot out of your own end zone. See what happens.
A 94-yard touchdown. Why not? We've seen it all today.
I'll tell you what, little Gregory Mack will make a play.
You can make a play.
He's going to make a play.
I think they're going to play it conservative. You would expect, wouldn't you? Mack, they're only going to use him when they need him. But they've got these 2 big runners.
I think Coach Jelly wants to hold the trophy up at the end of this game.
So I think he's waiting for that moment. He's going
It's
to
not too far away. How many minutes do we have left?
I hope he can hold the trophy. He's going to have a crutch in one hand. I don't know how big the trophy is. So hopefully he can. Here we go. They will run it up the middle, and this will be a decent drive starter, maybe a gain of 3, but they don't need to do anything brash here.
No, this is where you stand in the huddle. You let the referees give you the signal that the clock is ticking down, the shot clock of when you need to call the next play. Use all of that. Almost get yourself into a 4-minute offense here where you're using the whole clock. And just shorten the game, because Oxford's got to score twice.
Generous on the mark. They give him 3.5, so it's probably a long 7 for the Pythons.
There's so much strategy to this game. This is why I love this game. The processing, the strategy, it's continually changing.
Yeah, once you get the bug, it's hard to give it up. But this is a beautiful run up the middle. This is going to go for a 1st down and more. It's Charles Ibby, who is spinning around. And as you say, staying in bounds. Ikechukwu, Charles Ibby, who's been good today. And he's keeping it safe as well as making the yards for these Pythons that could keep putting this game a little bit closer towards the Pythons' way. Been a few years since they won this varsity, and they've got a chance now just to give it to those running backs and run out this clock.
I could see them going crazy when they, if they in fact do win this game, which it looks highly likely if that's going to happen. Something crazy unfortunate would have to happen if Cambridge does not win this.
Defense need a play.
Turnover, create a turnover.
Handoff, and it's a dangerous handoff, wasn't it? Turns to his right-hand side, hands it in the belly. Looked for a second like Lancers might have had a sniff at the mesh point there.
Or did the running back go the wrong way? I'm not sure. It looked very, I don't know.
Harry Collins.
The execution did not look smooth.
No, and a loss of 3 yards, so 2nd and 13. Harry Collins was all over that, was the big defensive tackle in that 3 front. Closed quickly. Mack behind the sticks, goes over to his receiver with second instructions. Blitz again.
There he goes.
Mack rolling out. He will pitch it this time, and it's on the floor. Now, is that a forward pass? They're going to say Forward pass incomplete.
Oh, man. Wow.
Incomplete forward pass.
We need to look at the replay on this. Unfortunately, I don't think they can contest.
Now, the point is that runner ahead of Mac? So hard to tell from that.
With our angle, we can't see.
Referee was right there. We've got a player down on the field as well, so we will get that player sorted out. But that was close to a turnover and something that the Lancers needed.
Yeah, that would have kept the game exciting. Hopefully this young guy down here on the field is okay.
Take a chance to talk about our sponsors. Complete Fabrication Limited, who are a gold sponsor for Cambridge. A medical device prototype specialist at RevFit, who do the Cambridge Fitness and Performance Facility, and we'll give you a shout out as well to some of those Lancers sponsors as well. Been a much tighter game this. Still time. We think that's an unofficial clock you can see on the screen at 5:35. 2 scores down for Oxford as that player makes his way back to his feet and over to the sideline. It was a Lancers player that was down, but he's okay. Sorry, it was a Cambridge player that was down, and he's okay.
I know we mentioned Ryan Millsap at halftime. Ryan has been a huge contributor to the success of Oxford football too, so big shout out to him. Just, having these boosters, alumni, former players that just kind of keep looking back over their shoulder no matter where they are, where they live in, what they're doing now, but they always just keep that conduit back to the program, has helped these teams grow and been able for these young guys to keep playing and keep the tradition of both these teams alive. And I think it's such a blessing to have people like Ryan Millsap and the Murray family, all of these families that support these teams. Massive
thanks to them for all their support and their love of the game, the love of the British American football. As the ball goes up from Matt, wide open receiver. The tackle is made, but caught at the 30-yard line.
3rd and 13, convert that. That is huge.
That's a gain of 50 yards through the air, and it's Zach Drury, who we haven't seen, who makes the reception. So, Mac attack, back to it, right at the 30-yard line. Reception was made. Let's have a look on the replay. Mac showing he's got that big arm, and it looks like the Lancers defensive back just lost sight of the receiver. Could have gone for a touchdown if it had a little bit more of a lick on it.
Yeah, a little bit. But this might be the one that closes it out because of time and distance. There's not going to be enough time. Even if they get a field goal, it's going to help them out so much.
1st and 10, Pythons. 11-point lead, but looking for more. Handoff.
Oxford needs to strip the ball out to turn the event here. Otherwise, they'll have no chance because, to me, Cambridge is running this out. They're going to use 1st and 2nd down to run this ball. 3rd down to convert.
Albijui on the tackle. Pick up a 4, grinding out the yards when they need to, but also they can convert on those long 3rd downs, as we've seen. Lancers defense just doesn't seem to have an answer for Mac at the moment.
Three receivers down here again.
Blitz off the edge. Mac will hand it off, and that's nice defensive work from the Lancers. Ball is out.
Ball popped out. I don't see a call from the referee. They may have called him down.
Yeah, looks like he was down, as you say, Steve. Good defending.
3rd and 8. 3rd and 8.
Albijui, back-to-back defensive plays for the Lancers.
Honestly, what I would do here, I'd have 2 downs. We'd go for it on 3rd and 4th down if we don't get it on 3rd down. And I would make the Oxford offense go 80 yards because they haven't proven to be able to do it all day. We're up 2 scores. They go 80. Okay. We'll still eat this clock up. We'll be good. The problem with kicking a field goal here, it helps us, but it could hurt us worse. we don't execute it properly.
Yeah, and we already saw one of the field goals, didn't we, with that poor snap?
Yeah, it was a mess.
Big third down. Can the Pythons put it away? Mac's been great in these third and long situations. Lance has come with 6. Mac will weave one way, weave the other. Still going. He will be...
See, now you're in 4th and 1 or 2.
Yeah, look how close he is to the sticks. So you're absolutely right,
Yeah,
Steve.
4th and 1. They can hard count them and get an easy first down, or just give it to their big backs, like you say.
Safe play, but also just keeps that Lancers defense under pressure.
And the clock ticking.
Yes, indeed. Clock keeps on a-ticking. And the Pythons get closer to a monumental victory as they go for that QB sneak again. They're going to shove it for a yard, and on it goes on the rugby field. The maul continues. They're going to pick up 6 yards on that. Take them down to the 12-yard line. I mean, as a defensive coordinator, what do you do on these sneaks? Do you drop the offensive lineman? How do you defend them?
What you know, with this defensive front, you're going to turn it into a bear. You're going to get your nose down and your threes down, and, you know, just because they're not going to take the ball to the edge right there. They're going to go forward, and you got to get as many defenders in the gaps as you possibly can to just plug it up, and hopefully somebody can penetrate and make a play in the backfield. Otherwise, really have no chance.
Timeout called by Oxford. 3:05 remaining on the clock. That is their second charge timeout of the half.
So Oxford has 1 timeout. There's 3 minutes left. They have got to do something on defense. This drive, Cambridge's last drive that we're watching here, has eaten the clock. They don't even really need to score. If they score, it's just a lock for the game. But if they don't score, they're going to take, it's first down, they're going to take a minute or 2 off the clock right now just by, unless Oxford starts using their timeouts.
Yeah, well, Lance is calling it a 3:02, so they are trying to conserve as much time as possible to come back in this game. But like you say, it's going to take a defensive play to really get... Now, they made that big defensive play, didn't they, at the end of that first half?
They're going to need one equally as big.
They definitely need one here.
They should give you extra points for running a pick in from 80 yards out or something like that.
That'd be cool. Defensive coordinators all over the country cheering
there
that
you
idea.
go. That would be good. That'd be fun. Maybe the NFL ought to take that rule. The UFL in America, if you make a field goal over 60 yards, I think you get 4 points now. So that's kind of a cool rule, I think.
Yeah, that is good. Although you're seeing more and more of those NFL kicks go for that kind of distance these days.
Gosh, those kickers are phenomenal. Charlie Smith, who came from Ireland, who was through the International Player Pathways, IPP, into the NFL, he can hit bombs like that. He's playing for the Saints now.
That's an incredible story as well.
From
the NFL Academy to the New Orleans Saints. How about that for the story? Unbelievable. I remember commentating on him. Great kid. All right.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. This is a gotta have it on every single play by their defense.
Here we go. Python's looking to get it away. It's a Cyril, and he's making tacklers miss right, left, and center. You feel like maybe that's a little bit of tiredness.
Yeah.
That's Kai Asun.
He made 2 or 3 guys miss their tackles right there.
Yeah, he's weaving his way for a gain of about 4.5, close to 5. Is Asun. He was the guy that opened up the scoring for the Cambridge Pythons very early on in that first half. They continue to be smart to the Pythons, not doing anything stupid or giving the Lancers a chance at anything.
We call this milking the clock.
Yep.
They're doing a great job of milking the clock. See how
Ajiki Edararo's in the backfield, one of those big running backs to Mac's left-hand side. Lancers, the pitch to Edajaro, and the Lancers are there at the line of scrimmage. So good defense again, no turnover. So Pythons just happy to hold on to the ball and, like you say, milk some more clock.
Mac, the quarterback, you'll watch him. He'll turn around. He'll ask the referee, how much time do I have left before I snap this ball?
2-minute warning. 1:58 on the clock.
He won't do it on this play because the clock will
Cambridge
not start.
have 3 timeouts remaining. Oxford have 1 timeout remaining.
That's not good for Oxford.
Here's the last play. You just saw it as we get to that 2-minute warning.
Speed option out to his left.
Just continuing to milk the clock down, all the way down to 2 minutes. We are on the verge of a historic victory here for the Cambridge University Pythons, who are 23 points against the Oxford Lancers, 12 points. A revenge game for them for last year's defeat. They've come out, they've managed the clock well. They're 2 minutes away.
They may get their 30 points.
They may do. 2 minutes away from an historic victory for these Cambridge Pythons here on their home turf at the University of Cambridge. Handoff up the middle, bounces out of one tackle, but there's some strong arms from Seth Washington, the Lancers touchdown scorer, who stuffs that one in the hole. Ejiki Edararo, a little bit gimpy, limping off the field there after the tackle from Seth Washington.
These guys will have a nice weekend celebrating their bank holiday on Monday.
They got an extra day for celebrations.
This young guy I talked to at halftime, he's from Phoenix, Arizona. He went to Harvard University. Brock
Lochnicker, number 73.
He just walked off the field, and he's from Phoenix. My wife's from Phoenix, but we just started talking. But as I was walking in after our halftime interviews, I heard his American accent, and I was like, "Where are you from, dog?"
There you go. The radar's up.
Yeah. He said his mom is out here for this game, so that's kind of fun too.
So cool.
Yeah.
A real international feel here at Cambridge. They're going to go for the field goal and add some extra points to take the score, to give them 14-point lead over the Lancers. See if we can get a conversion on the kick.
Block it.
Down, and the kick is good.
All right, they're going to have to return this kick off for a touchdown to even have a chance to make this happen.
The bagpipes are going again. Everyone's dancing on the sideline.
Where is Sebastian?
Cambridge get another 3 points on the board. Looks like a done deal here for Cambridge. See if the Lancers can get some sort of consolation out of this.
I've never heard the bagpipes at a football game. I love that.
You're loving it? You're going to take that back to the academy?
Maybe. Sebastian might be on the Oxford sideline just rubbing it in with the bagpipes.
Oh, you know he is. Any chance he gets.
Yeah.
And how about that as a skill, as a part? You go to a party and Seb turns up and you just say, well, anyone got any party tricks? Yeah, I can play the bagpipes. Here we go.
Okay, let's go, Oxford. You got to return this for a touchdown.
What are they playing for now? Bit of pride. I mean, it's varsity. I mean, anything goes, right? Maybe they take the kick now, make it, pitch it out to.
I guarantee they're not kicking it to Izzy. They're not going to do that on purpose, anyway.
Yeah, on purpose.
Maybe it accidentally comes off his foot, but.
Here comes the kick from the Pythons. Picked up. And this is good coverage. It's actually the kicker that makes the tackle by the looks of things. That's number 35, who's Frank Bailey, who makes the tackle. And the Lancers with the last chance now.
Under 2 minutes, one timeout. Here we go. You got to go. You have got to start taking shots and completing shots.
See what Fellows has got in the dying seconds of this game.
You know, when you get into these rivalries, it just makes your stomach sick when you walk off the field if you're losing, and if you win, it's like crazy elation.
The implications of this win for Cambridge are massive because they're coming up to Div 1. We'll talk a bit more about that. Let's see what the Lancers can do here. And Senga in motion again. to the bottom. They'll get it to Nsenga in the flat. Now he's looking to make a move. Again, cuts back inside. You just want him to go down the sideline a little bit.
Especially in 2 minutes, you got to get the ball out of bounds. You cannot cut that ball back in. You only have one timeout. You got to play fast, and you got to play faster than what they're playing right now, or you have no chance.
So Nsenga picks up 8. But looks like, and he may be a rookie this year, we don't know, and it looks like he's got some talent, just needs that coaching. Joseph Sanders adjusted up on the line of scrimmage. Izzy in motion, Fellows over the top.
Oh, man. That could have got the Cambridge Pythons into victory formation right there.
Yeah. They were ready to pick that one off. It was Morris was the intended receiver down the middle trying to split those safeties, but they had bracket coverage. There's no chance.
No chance, Coach. Oxford just is not playing at the pace you need to win this game.
3rd and 2, those calls still coming in a bit late.
Yeah, receivers walking to the line of scrimmage, quarterback still looking at his wristband. Just the sense of urgency is just not there.
Well, Washington is actually, Sanders offside at the moment. He gets back on side quickly, and Nsenga, the snap goes on the floor, and Nsenga will pick it up and get trammeled.
Now they have to use their last timeout because that's considered a run. The clock will keep going. So they use their last timeout. This is 4th and 3.
Rowan George has gone down for the Lancers, his teammate.
Timeout called by Oxford. That's their 3rd and final timeout. 20 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
20 seconds from an epic Cambridge victory. If you're a Cambridge fan, you'll be cheering them on in these last few seconds. We've got a bit of an injury time out there for Rowan George, who's gone down. They've given everything, both sides of the ball today. We've seen some injuries, nothing too serious, and we hope that George will get up, and indeed he will. But it's been a much closer game. We just would have liked to have seen the Lancers come through towards the end of this game, playing with a bit more pace and urgency.
I'd say the Lancers had a good second quarter on defense. Offensively, not enough to win this game consistently well throughout the 4 quarters. Where Cambridge was, their quarterback kept fighting, kept coming back. He's kind of wincing on the sidelines a little bit, but he's going to love it tonight. He's going to be the hero of Cambridge, at least for this weekend.
It's been the Mac attack, and he's been brilliant. Really enjoyed watching him. And I don't know whether he's going to be back next season. We'll have to ask that question to the coaches.
Coach Jelly has done a great job developing him as a quarterback. And just, this whole team, honestly, he's taken them from getting beat 48-0 to winning this game. And you can see how tight they are and excited they are to get this.
Extra players in. Fellows will just keep it himself up the middle, and actually great running from Fellows. Continues to bust tackles and go in. Fellows all the way to the 35-yard line.
Hurry up, let's go, hurry up. The clock will stop as they move the chains, but as soon as those chains are set, they're gonna start that clock again, so you better have an offensive play ready.
There was only 20 seconds to tick off, so they're gonna have to move rapid. I'm watching the referees.
They should have found that play earlier in their offense.
Clock starts, motion.
Oh,
snap.
my goodness.
No, there was a flag down. Snap over the Fellows' head. He picks up, tries to get rid of it. Goal.
That's all right. Incomplete is probably better.
Yeah,
honestly, it stops the clock. If he catches that and gets tackled, the clock's going to run. And that's the game, Carl.
Well, listen to the cheers here at VARSITY 2026. It's the Cambridge University Pythons who come away with the win over the University of Oxford Lancers. 26-12 is the final score here. And look at these Pythons celebrate.
You know what? This is exciting. The young guy we were just talking about from Phoenix, Arizona is so spent. He's out on the field. He played both ways. He's thrown up on the field, I think. He's so exhausted. He just left his heart out on the field.
Penalty is declined. The end of the game.
That's the end of the game.
Well, fair play to the referees, because the Cambridge Pythons stormed the field with that win. And Dave Black, the referee, he still hadn't made his call. He makes the call. He doesn't throw a flag on the fans, which is fair enough. The game's come to an end. You're right. They've given everything they've got out here, Steve, haven't they?
Kept the fans in the bleachers the whole game. That's fun. That's exciting. Unfortunate for one team, but somebody's got to win, and this is what happened today, so it is what it is. Maybe we can get our little quarterback on a post-game interview. I would love to be able to talk to Greg Mack. I think he's done a great job. He's my MVP, regardless of whether we get to
I agree with you. He's been great. So exciting to watch. We're going to take a quick break. Thank you so much, Steve, for joining me in the booth. The legend that is the NFL Academy coach, Steve Hagan. If you don't know about the NFL Academy, check them out. They are an absolutely incredible organization. Goes from strength to strength, taking on the best of America and winning with international non-US players, 16 to 19-year-olds. Great to spend this time with you, Steve.
You too, Carl. Really appreciate this opportunity to call this game with you. You're a true pro. It's been fun. Love this.
Let's get down to the field. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll hopefully be able to rustle up some coaches for you post-game. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you down on the field.
Charlie takes it so seriously. Let's see what he does when he sees Monty.
Back to Cambridge University, the rugby club here. Final score here was disappointing for the Oxford University Lancers. You won big last year, but this year just didn't happen for you, Coach Hiscock. Tell us about how it feels.
It's always disappointing to come down to Cambridge. The nice thing when we play Cambridge is it's always a really close battle, even though sometimes the score doesn't necessarily reflect that. So even with the big wins over the last couple of years, these boys come out and they fight every year. Cambridge, you can never underestimate them, and today they just showed the type of team that they are. You know, they were on the back of a 12-point swing just before half-time. They came out into the second half swinging, so hats off to them. You know, obviously it's always hard to lose, and it's hard for a lot of our graduates. They're leaving this year to not come away with the trophy, but
tell us what's going on behind us here, because we can see just on the camera that, you know, you kind of create this, because a lot of players, it's their last game, and I'll come to Seth and Charles in a second, but in terms of it's their last game, isn't it? And so you give them a good send-off here at Varsity.
Yeah, absolutely. So traditionally after each of the varsity games, we two teams meet in the middle and we hand over the trophy to the winning team. So obviously this year it's gone away from us back to Cambridge, and then our coaches came together just after the game to decide on an MVP for Cambridge, where we'll hand over the MVP trophy to them, which is actually the original Blues trophy from the first game in 1982 or somewhere around.
Wow, 1982. I was still a young man then, I remember.
Wasn't quite around at that point for me, but yeah, so we hand it across. So I believe we've handed that to number 8 today. Kai, he played really hard both sides of the ball for Cambridge, had a couple of really good receptions, made some really big tackles. Really good player, honestly. Cambridge today they played their hearts out and they came away victorious.
Great to reflect on that, and you'll get a chance, I guess, to play this team quite a lot coming up next season, because they potentially could be in the same division as you. We're not quite sure of that yet, but they'll certainly be at the same level, that Div 1 level, and that really showed today. They seem to have taken a big step up.
Oh, absolutely. They're a different team to what they were last year. Obviously, the coaches here have done a really good job. They've had some great recruitment, and hopefully they can keep that up into next year. It'll be good to see them in Division 1. You know, that's where realistically Cambridge and Oxford currently belong, and, you know, hopefully they might even be in our division. We'll see what happens.
The rivalry continues. Seth, so impressed with you. A 99-yard fumble recovery right on the last play of the first half. We were thinking, you know, Cambridge are going to go in here. They'll go in with a big score. And you just turn the game on its head. How did it feel to make that play?
Just can't give up. I mean, our guys fight hard. Football's a game of inches. It felt great. I wanted to help my team as much as I could. I'm here for only a year, so I left it all out there. This is probably my last collegiate football game ever. So I had to go out somewhere. I had to go out with something.
Where are you from originally, Seth? Give a shout out to people back home.
Okay, shout out Texas and North Carolina. Yeah. Played college football out there, high school football out there. So this heat, I'm used to it. I felt like I was in my element. So my prime felt just like old times. Yeah.
Texas is hot. This is the closest I think we'll get to Texas ever. But in terms of, you know, how did you find your way out here? You're obviously out here studying. Is it like just a year, or did you come out specific to play and to play in Oxford?
Yes, sir. So it's just a year. It's a Master's of Social Science of the Internet. So I'm looking at AI, the intersection between human rights and civil rights. So just a year, came out here on a scholarship by the Congressional Black Caucus. So I'm here doing what I can. I was in government before, going to take back everything I learned and just give it back. So it's been a blessing to be here. So I thank God every day. But, you know, when I heard Oxford had a football team, I said, I want to do it. Yeah, let's do it. So, I mean, it feels great. I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Excellent, Seth. So good talking to you. Thanks for coming over, and good luck with your career and everything you do from here. Great young man, and we were so impressed with you on the field. So congratulations on making some highlights. Charles, Great to see you. Didn't go your way today, but how do you find it? How do the players find it from an Oxford perspective?
I mean, disappointing result, but I'm not disappointed with anything that anyone put out there on the field. We had people with, injured feet still crawling out onto the line effectively to play. This is the sixth one I've played in, which is slightly absurd.
Wow, what are you studying? Something really intelligent, I would have thought, for 6 years.
I'm a PhD in computer science, but I was at
there you go.
Before, so... fuck.
They want you. Charlie didn't actually say the F word on it. We're just, if it wasn't live, Charlie, we'd edit that out. But we'll let you, because he's excited. He's got to get back for his team photo, so we'll let Charles go. Not on that note, though, Charlie. We'll see you soon, yeah?
Yeah, thanks very much. Well, no, this is my last one. It's sad. I end 50%.
6 years, great varsity memories.
It's been great.
And thanks for joining us, Charlie. All right. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to we're going to try and get an interview with you with Coach Brian Jelly, and we're also going to try and talk to the quarterback for the Cambridge University Pythons, Gregory Mack. Steve, have we managed to rustle them up? We're going to rustle them up right now and talk to some of these guys from the Cambridge University Pythons. You've been watching Varsity 19 2026, where the Cambridge University Pythons finally got a beat on the Oxford University Lancers. This is varsity football. Up and down the country, these teams from different universities play each other, and this is the longest standing varsity rivalry in history across the world. In fact, it was Cambridge and Oxford that taught the Americans how to do it. It's been a really exciting game, and we're really excited here to be joined again. I've got my good friend here and co-commentator, NFL Academy head coach Steve Hagan, but I'm also pleased to say I've got number 0, Gregory Mack, who had an outstanding game today. Gregory, congratulations on the win. How's it feeling?
Appreciate it. It feels so good. I feel like we've worked all season for this, and it finally paid off, so very happy with the result.
You've had a great season, haven't you? Is that typical of what we would have seen from you in other games, that you've really, because we felt, I know Steve did, that you really kind of handled the third down situations, you were poised, you didn't throw, you didn't get, you took the hits, got back up, kept coming back. Is that how the season's gone for you generally?
Right, so what happens generally is we make some mistakes early, but we have grit and we have training, and we fall back on what we know, and we're just a really tough squad, so that discipline kind of carries us through games and keeps momentum towards the end, and we just know that we're the better team most of the time, so we fall back on that.
Well, we were really impressed. Where are you from, Gregory? Are you going, and how long are you here?
I'm originally from Los Angeles, most recently from Seattle. I'm just here for a 1-year degree for a master's, and I just thought I'd relive the glory days and play a little bit of football. I'm actually not a quarterback, so.
Hey, that often happens many times in British American football. As soon as they know you're from America, oh, well, come and play quarterback for us. Yeah. You've done an outstanding job. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it's so much fun. I've had so much fun this entire. Think of a better way to play my last game of American football.
And when are you heading back to Los Angeles?
Probably August, yeah.
All right, well, congratulations. You're outstanding today. Steve, anything else for Gregory?
VP, I just want to know a little more of your story. How you got from wherever you were in high school to here quickly, like elevator speech.
Oh, elevator speech. I played 8-man football back in a small high school at 300 kids in Santa Barbara. I developed a passion for the game, played Division III at Trinity University, and then came out here just to play some flag football with the boys, and just had so much fun that I decided to join the team, and here we are.
Next thing you know, you're the MVP of the big game.
Amazing. Thank you, Gregory, Matt. Really enjoyed watching you, and safe travels back, and good luck with your future, whatever you decide to do. Incredible.
I told Coach Jelly, I don't know who's tougher. He got a hip operation, but the way you played today, so I'm giving it to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Amazing. Thanks for your time. Let's bring Coach Jelly in. Thank you, Gregory. Here he comes, the winning coach. Coach.
The absolutely knackered coach.
I know.
Good players, you become a great coach. I'm taking nothing away from you, Coach, but great job, great job.
Yeah, amazing job in this game, but also on the season. But just telling us about this game. This has been a few years coming, hasn't it, for Cambridge getting this win?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, there's an awful lot of pain that was let out today. You know, we've been on the wrong side of some big scorelines, and to perform as we did, yeah, we made mistakes. you know, people have owned up to that, and it was the way that at half-time I could talk to the players, said what I needed to say. We turned it round and shut Oxford out in the second half, and we knew we could score.
Who were the standout players for you and your team? Because from a commentating perspective, we obviously see those big plays, those splash plays, but who stood out for you?
So I think, obviously, you just interviewed him, our QB Greg. You know, he took some vicious hits today, and every time he bounced back up, got on with the game, and was outstanding. Brock, who played both ways, played offensive line and defensive line. You know what you're going to get from Brock. He's just you know, a muscle man, and he will move people. Kai, obviously, some of the big scores that we had were down to his catching, especially on fourth downs. You know, we were in trouble a few times. We thought we were going to punt, and we went for it on fourth down, and Kai came up trumps and caught the ball. So
amazing. And you've now got time off and then back to it, and then you've got Div 1 football for real. We don't know what division you're going to be in specifically, but it could be in the same division as Cambridge potentially.
Absolutely.
How about playing this team potentially 3 times a year? I mean, how does that feel, and what are you looking forward to most about Div 1 football?
Div 1 football is obviously very much a step up from Div 2. So first and foremost, we have to concentrate on recruiting. We have to recruit. We've always run with a small squad of players, and in Div 1 you can't do that because you're going to pick up more injuries. We're travelling further, so you have to have that big squad to cope with everything that goes on, and you're playing 2 extra games. So although we did play 10 games this year, so but yeah, I mean, as to playing Oxford, fantastic. That, you know, well, I've spoken to their head coach. They're in a rebuilding situation as we were from last year, so we're just a little bit in front of them. But
today we celebrate, Coach.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow we can think about something else. Today, congratulations.
Take some time off now.
That's right.
Yeah, well, you got the bank holiday to get that hip fixed, to rest up, and then back to it. But congratulations, Coach. I won't shake your hand. Well, I will shake your hand. You got one free there. And congratulations on a great season and a great win here today. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Steve.
Yes, sir.
Been an absolute joy to co-commentate with you. Enjoyed it so much. We've had a bit of a party atmosphere here. What have you enjoyed?
They're still out here partying.
And they will be, I think, all the way through the bank holiday. What have you enjoyed most?
Well, I just love a close game like this, and then, you know, we're on Cambridge's home field. They get to win today. Football. I love football. So wherever we do it, I love it.
Now, we've basically adopted you in England now as an English citizen because you spend so much time. What's next for the NFL Academy? Just give us a little preview.
We are working to go to America right now to go to the camps, the university camps. And so last summer we got about 70 offers over about 25 kids. So we're going to find out what happens this year. We got some good players, so anticipate a few of our players having an opportunity to commit this summer to American universities, and then some others will get some offers. And then we come back in July and we strap it back on and we roll. So it's going to be exciting. We're really excited.
Amazing. If you're not following the NFL Academy, please follow Steve, follow the NFL Academy, follow these guys as well. We've had a tremendous day. It's been beautiful sunshine, great company, some excellent people down here from both squads. Grateful to bring you the commentary. And so all it has me left to say is to thank you very much to Cheers Mate Productions. Thanks to the Oxford Lancers for setting this up, for Cambridge University for hosting us, and to all of our sponsors. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next year for VARSITY from Cambridge and Oxford. But for now, it's bye from us.